I feel bad that I cut you off at the intro you were coming up with.
It was perfect timing. It was fucking great. It's like, nope, Derek's done.
This is the Full 42. A bunch of geeks talking about geek stuff. Welcome, Board Game House. Everybody
Thank you
there.
for having us.
Why don't you introduce yourselves a little bit? Let us know who we're talking to.
We're Board Game House. We are three friends that play board games on the internet for all of you lovely folks. We do it over on Twitch. You can find us at twitch.tv/boardgamehouse. We are there normally Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We play all kinds of board games. We've been doing this for about 4.5 years now. We'll get good at it eventually. I'm Steven.
I'm Megan.
And I'm good at it. Sorry, Derek. That was dumb.
It's live, so no taking it back.
Well, yeah, that's kind of who we are. We've been doing it for about 4.5 years, 3 nights a week.
Wow.
Awesome.
Nice.
It's a long time.
It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of streaming. Except for this month when our computer decided to crash.
We've had a couple bad things happen in a row there for you guys, huh?
Yeah. It's been a bad beginning of 23, but it's coming up.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So the links, I was just going to say the links that they were just talking about, their Twitch and Facebook, they're in the description right now. So check them out after the show, not during.
On a personal note, I met you guys at Origins last year for the first time, I believe.
Yes.
And we just hit it off. You're great people. You're fun to talk to. You're doing good stuff, and I always try and talk about good people doing good things in the industry. And if you don't know Board Game House, try and track them down and stalk them and say hi.
When we met, it was such an interesting thing because Megan and I were just at Origins for the one day, and we rolled up, and Steven's like, "Hey, we have a meeting in 10 minutes," and we were like, "About what?" He said, "Don't worry about it, you'll figure it out." So like, I was full of just seat in my pants, just like, what the hell's going on? And like, but like I think that's when we're at our best. When we don't know what the hell's happening, and we're just
which is all the time
firing on half the cylinders. We'll get there eventually, but people love us because of the first impression, and then they hang around.
Steven's prepared, and then they let you just come in and just cause chaos.
The first impression was great.
On the face.
I think what I enjoyed most about that first impression was Derek's stick-to-itiveness about I don't like co-ops, and then. You ran through Mission Control, which people have heard us talk about on the show, which is a co-op. And I believe I heard Derek say you now love co-ops, right? They're your number one type of game ever from now on?
I love Mission Control. I still will not play Pandemic.
I mean, I don't blame you.
Hard pass.
No, it was great. It was such a great time. It was definitely unexpected. But I had such a great time with you guys at the show. It was pretty awesome.
You're okay.
And Derek loves co-ops. So
yeah, I mean that's what I'm known for.
That is your number one, right?
Any announcements before we dive further into Board Game House?
Yes. We forgot to do this last week.
Yes.
And I have this week's. All right, so for Derek, Megan, and Steven, every year of the show, I've done something different every episode. The first year were different tiki mugs every show. Last year were different hockey jerseys every show. And this year, I'm doing a different painting that Luca has made. And as of last week, we decided we're going to use them as like Rorschach tests. So I'm going to show you a painting, and we'll talk about what deep, dark demons you have inside of you and what it looks like to you.
Excellent.
So this was last week's. We didn't go over last week's.
Oh,
wow. I know what that is.
Oh, that looks like Mega Man.
Mega Man?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I see like a ballet dancer. Like I see like a leg in the air with like a point.
Okay.
That is a.
I don't know.
To me, body, boobs, leg, point shoe.
Okay.
No, see what I see here is Brandon Routh's Superman, where he's going out into space. That's the shot right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I see a jester.
Oh, you know
Half-
what? I see
half
that too.
colors, you know, he's
Mhm.
got that color there, and they got the spike hat.
I'm really only focused on one section. It just looks like a saber tooth like skull.
Oh,
So the red
yeah,
section.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
And how old is Luca?
16 months.
Oh.
That's promising
good.
right there.
Paints better than I do, that's for sure. Yeah, I see a devil. I see it. There's a tail over here and the horns on top. I can't unsee it. So.
I think that speaks more about you, Mike, than
Oh yeah. Oh no, totally.
Was Luca not going to sleep that night? Is that was?
No, usually during dinner, sometimes during lunch, depends on how he's feeling. He'll pop off one or two throughout the day.
Just saying, but Dave in the comment also saw Mega Man.
Oh, really?
Mega Man's
I
good.
wasn't looking at comments. Yep.
Mega Man's
Is
good.
Mega
I
Man
don't
the
know.
guy with the hand cannon.
yes.
Paula Abdul, Donnie, what the fuck?
Oh, they had Marty McFly. Cool.
88 miles per hour. Very precise.
Goku from Dragon Ball Z. I could see that one with
Yeah, that was pretty good.
the hair. Yeah.
All right, so that was last week's. This is this week's.
Someone's kind of getting on you.
This
Ooh,
was,
Oh,
this was pretty obvious for me,
Oh.
anyway.
Yeah,
obvious.
that is the essence. That is just the essence of time. Is what I see.
Mm.
Sure,
hmm
you nailed it.
What's
I
that?
I see a splattered praying mantis.
Mm.
Okay,
Like after you crushed it and it smushed a little bit.
that's
I
dark.
see a pterodactyl.
I see the pterodactyl. Yep. That's
See,
a good one.
I think it looks like Scyther doing his,
Yeah.
like the little blue streaks are like his claws.
Okay,
Got another one for a praying mantis.
yeah,
Yeah.
couple things.
Pretty good. Now I can't unsee the praying mantis, but my initial thought was Scyther.
I'm gonna throw out a parrot. I see a parrot.
Oh, same as
And you
Donnie.
know what?
Yep.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
Right, the
he had
beak,
parrot as well.
the feathers, the colorful.
It's a snapping turtle in there.
Nice.
Ooh,
Corey?
Do you see the turtle? Like a little sea turtle.
There you go.
Nice.
Very cool.
Those are fun. Somebody's
What a great segment.
psychoanalyzing us.
Yep.
One of us is a robot.
And I'm putting on the back not only the month that he made it, but I'm putting where it was on the 42.
Nice.
Aw.
of the
Oh,
collection.
fun.
Yeah. So that's
Definitely
my
bird.
thing. Thank you, Di.
Uh,
See the bird? I see the parrot. Donnie's got the parrot. Very nice.
those are fun.
Thanks.
One more announcement. Next week, we're going to have Andrew Wolf on, but I won't be here. So it'll be a great show. And I'm just going to be at Dice Tower West. So come by and say hi. Well, if you find me, I'm not
I
going to be
haven't-
sticking out.
I have an announcement as well, just quickly reminding people to check on Back a Kit for the Soda Pop collection from Thundergriff Games because they're super fun. And yeah, go and back it.
Soda Pop.
Soda Pop. Games in a pop can.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Steven.
come and say hi to me.
Good to see you, Steven. The other Steven. We have two Stevens. That's weird.
They already said that I'm their favorite for obvious
What?
reasons.
Mhm.
Well, one Steven and one Steve Finn, right?
Yes, mine is with the PH.
So to get to know you guys a little bit better, we have something called a lightning round. Never done this with three people. I've done two. Never done this with three before. So what that's going to look like, let me figure out how to put this up here because they changed it on me again. Yep, here we go.
I'm very stressed.
So
Mm-hmm.
what this looks like is put your images here. Behind here is going to be a question. And you guys, you can answer individually, and I'll move you around down the tree you go.
Mm.
You'll see a lot of questions. And
There's a lot of questions.
All right.
Let's do this. Lightning round. Don't overthink it.
eventually,
Oh my
whenever
God.
you get down to the bottom,
All right. We can do it.
Okay.
yes. Eventually, when you get down to the bottom, you're going to be told what fictional character you're most like. Very scientific, never in doubt.
Junkrat.
All right. So, first question, always the same one: fantasy or sci-fi?
Fantasy.
Sci-fi.
All right. Oh, I'm going to have to wiggle around here. All right. So Megan said fantasy. So you go to yellow. Who said sci-fi?
Steven.
I'm going sci-fi as well. I just had a coronary. Are all the questions like that? Because I'm upset.
Oh no, some are much worse.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh yeah, like Steven and Derek, you're screwed on the next one.
All right, so I'm just going to go from left to right, whoever's where. All right, so Megan, Lord of the Rings or Star Wars?
Uh-huh. Come on, lightning
Lord of
round.
the Rings.
Nice. And then we'll go back up here. Han Solo or Indiana Jones?
Oh no.
Indiana Jones.
I'm gonna throw
I'm
up.
so sorry.
It's Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones.
Both are going to Indiana Jones.
No,
Red,
the red.
red.
No,
Indiana
other way.
Jones is red.
Right away.
Oh.
Red.
Thank you. I'll do that.
Lightning.
sometime.
Two of his favorite characters.
Here's how I made the
of
decision.
Literally all time.
I chose the one that Harrison Ford likes better.
Ah.
Wow, that's good.
Always dance when you walk or sing when you talk.
Sing when you talk.
That was easy.
That was the
That
easiest
was-
one we could ask for.
That's quick. Ninjas or pirates?
Pirates.
Ninjas.
So this way and this
Nope.
way?
Reverse.
Okay.
Switch it.
I can't. I'm not looking at you guys whenever I'm doing this, so I
No,
don't know your voices well enough yet. All right. Always sound like SpongeBob, or everyone sounds like SpongeBob.
Always sound like SpongeBob. I would much rather annoy people than have that.
Finally got an honest answer out of that one. Sean Connery or Daniel Craig?
Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Wow.
them's fighting words. Stegosaurus or Triceratops?
Stegosaurus.
Switch.
Okay.
Well, it's pretty amazing that you guys ended up on the 3.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
great. Film noir or horror?
Horror.
Mhm.
Always wear a cowboy hat or a top hat?
Cowboy hat.
Really?
Yeah, top hats are annoying.
Okay.
Says with experience there. Have neon green skin or hot pink skin?
Neon green skin.
Yeah, because you already have hot pink skin.
Receive a hug from Voldemort or Emperor Palpatine?
They hug the same.
Emperor Palpatine, because I did receive a wave from him.
Oh yeah, what an amazing man.
Wow.
The opinions expressed here are not especially. Always be sticky or slimy?
Slimy. If somebody tries to hug me, I can just whoop.
Combo right there.
If somebody tries to take me, I can just zip right out of there.
Fair.
Fair enough. Have tongues for toes or a toe for a tongue?
Oh, I hate that.
Ooh.
Ooh. This is a bad question.
A toe for a tongue.
Toe for a
I
tongue.
hate everything about
Like
that
a
question.
like a parrot. You just gotta like.
Better than tasting everywhere you walk, I guess.
Kind of like a xenomorph, wouldn't it be? Like having a
Fly but crash when landing or look like anyone but 1 foot shorter?
1 foot shorter.
Look like anyone but 1 foot shorter. I'm already short, so it's fine.
1 foot shorter.
Well, the person you're looking for, like is 1 foot shorter.
Yeah, it's
So you-
fine.
So you
Most
could look like
people-
Han Solo, but 1 foot shorter.
Yeah, it's fine.
might bring you up in height.
I think
Yeah, it might.
I think I'm gonna go with crash because at least you know it's coming. I can get out of that.
All right.
Yeah, if I know it's happening, I'll
Go
learn
over
to fly.
Chris, go over Chris.
What was that?
You're missing one.
No, I think I was the first one, wasn't I?
Yeah, he's over to the left. Oh, there we go. Be able to speak to dogs or cats?
Cats, because you know what a dog's thinking. They're just dumb and they love you.
They're not dumb, but they do love you.
They're very
My dog
simplistic
was
in
dumb.
what they're thinking.
Save the world or rule the world?
Rule the world.
Obviously.
No question.
I
That
like
was
the
easy.
honesty. If you do it right, then it's both, right? You're saving it while ruling.
Not if Derek's
100%.
ruling the world.
Liv is the main character in Groundhog Day or Die Hard?
I haven't seen either
Oh
of these
God,
movies
Megan.
all the way through, but I know the premises.
I know your answer. Your answer is Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
You hate being surprised.
Fair. But yeah, we're gonna go Groundhog Day.
All right. Oh,
One
joining
could
up.
One could argue that what is his last name from Die Hard?
Get away
He's
with
never
any lie.
surprised.
Detect any lie you hear or get away with any lie?
Actually, no. Detect any lie here. Yeah.
I don't think I like this game.
It's very
I'm
stressful.
stressed.
X-ray vision or I-beams?
X-ray.
Yeah, I'm going X-ray vision.
Nice.
You guess what would be Cyclops?
Cyclops
No.
lives a hard life, dude.
Yeah, like
Well, it could be like Superman I-beams, where he just chooses to have them on.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
just insinuated violence. Like, there's no way that that's safe ever. But with X-ray vision,
You could toast a bun.
1 square inch at a time.
Always live in a cave or a treehouse?
Treehouse.
Ooh, that was quick.
how did we start on opposite sides and then end up in the same?
I don't know, dude.
All right. Defining moment. Not get jokes or be the focus of every joke.
Not get jokes.
And I want the attention.
Nope.
So I'm going to be the focus of every joke because I already don't get jokes.
And person in the van or person getting shot at?
Person getting shot at.
All right. So now, scientific results. You are most like Phoebe from Friends.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wasn't expecting
Solid.
that as one of the options.
Very solid. I accept.
And you are like Cosmo Craig.
I can see that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Science, man. Science proving it.
Science. And finally, 11 from Stranger Things.
I don't see that one as much.
I like Egos.
All scientifically proven, of course.
Phenomenal.
Oh,
There's your
man,
path.
did you all come up with all these questions?
Mostly Chris.
That's crazy.
That was stressful in a fun way.
Yeah.
The Han and Indiana Jones was awful. That was the most brutal thing I've ever had to do.
Oh, that's not good. it's not a good decision to have to make.
11.
That
That's great. I missed a lot of these comments.
was good. That was good. That was really fun. I'm glad the sticky one came up. It's been a few weeks since the sticky one comes up, and Steven likes the sticky question.
You all.
Yeah, I need to change out some of the questions. They've been around for a little too long. Although the Han Solo versus Indiana Jones has got to stay.
That's a good
That's
one.
brutal.
In fact, I think we need more of those questions.
That's brutal. The
I
Sean
don't know
Connery,
Lord of the
Daniel
Rings versus
Craig
Star Wars,
is
too.
Lord of the Rings, Star Wars was hard.
yeah. Even sci-fi fantasy, like out of the gate, it's just a kick right in the.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So should we dive into our top 5 game component? The thing people actually came to see instead of my weird questions.
Listen, I do a whole stream of just the lightning rounds. That was a good time.
All right. So let's talk about our top 5 game components and what that meant. Because it's, you could go all different ways with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how did everybody come up with your list?
So
You guys can start.
yeah, I mean, with my list, I kind of focused more on games where the components were very important to the gameplay itself. Because there's a lot of games out there that have really very good looking components, but if they're just components for the sake of components, they didn't necessarily make my list personally.
I picked ones that I liked.
Me too.
Honestly, I had a difficult time starting. I was like, because components is one of my favorite things when I go for a board game. So my list is the components that have kept me coming back to a game. Like they're the reason I want to play this game again, is because of these components. That's what I went with.
Yeah, for me, I even picked some where they are the reason I bought the game. I haven't played the game, but I bought it because the component was cool.
I think I went with every time the game is open, I pick up the thing and go, "Oh, look at this thing! This is cool," that kind of thing. And I also skipped minis, like general minis, big, bad, brutal looking things or whatever. You know what I mean? Like just box of minis, that kind of game. I kind of skipped that because it would just be all boxes of awesome minis at that point if I didn't. So.
Yeah, I have minis, but you'll see, they're good.
I'm not saying that isn't. I just knew that was a long, dark road to start on. It was just all going to be giant boxes of that stuff. So
I have one.
I went with components, non-upgrade components, not like adding metal resources or adding, you know what I mean? Something, because you can upgrade the shit out of your stuff, right? Like make it all nice and tactile and feely. So I went with stuff that's in games that makes the game, that component being in that game makes that game better.
Yeah.
I think some of mine are basically like the deluxeified version of something. So like it's not something that you just make yourself or whatever. Like the company still made it, but it doesn't necessarily come retail that way.
Gotcha.
I think that's easy, not calling you out for your easy
Call me out.
Yep. But I think that makes like everybody wants upgraded components, right? Like there's definitely like the poker chips and brass are awesome. Metal coins in games rather than cardboard shits are awesome. Having the Lords of Waterdeep, like the meeples rather than the cubes, makes the game. But those are all upgrades for me, so I try to stay away from upgrades.
I think in my list I have 2 games that have upgraded components, but those 2 games are also 2 games that everybody that I know that has bought the games has the components.
Nice, cool.
So it's not. I don't think I chose anything where people. The deluxe is like one of those expensive options. Both of the ones that I chose were people who have this game have the components because they bought the game because of those components, and I don't think either of the games added a significant cost to the base.
So, and if you really want to if you want us to really get into like hot takes, so there's a game that's very popular out there that we don't own and we've never played for 2 reasons. One, we got a very bad demo of it when it first came out. And secondarily, because the cool components, which is part of the reason why we wanted the game, were like literally the price of the board. Like, this is as expensive as the board game itself, that game being Wingspan. We've never played it.
Never played it. Don't want to.
We got a bad demo of it. And it just didn't interest us at that time. So we've never picked it up. And because the main reason we wanted is we wanted all those cool like egg and component parts of it. But that part of it was an additional, like more or less the cost of the game again. So
the eggs come with it, but the realistic resources is better than the cardboard shits for sure.
So
I almost had that on there just for the bird feeder. I almost put that on my list.
In all fairness, that bird feeder, it's cool, but they should have had the opening on the top and not at the back. That's a flaw to me because you're having to reach to the back of the tower to like throw your. It's weird.
Agreed.
There had to be a way that it could have been done from the top, but anyway.
Put a little chimney on the house.
There's one. Monopoly with real money.
Jeez, baller.
I bet you don't play with free parking.
I was going to say, do you play with free parking in that version?
No, you understand. G plays with real properties.
Real properties.
Real properties, yes. All right. So what do you say, Mike, you want to start? We'll go clockwise. That way we give our guests the last say.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right. So why don't you give us your number 5?
All right. I'm going to see. This is, I don't know how many.
See, if you number them ahead of time, then you don't have to.
Never number them. I can't number them. I am going to start with. Fuck.
You lose. I didn't do it.
Top fives. I usually get to follow with other things, so it's weird. Like I'm setting the precedence with this one. All right, I'm going to start with multi-use cards, games that have multi-use cards as a component, and not like Gloomhaven where there's the top and the bottom. Like actually like you can use the side, you can use this for resource, you can use this for abilities. My example will be 9 Minute Kingdom. So if you want to look up 9 Minute Kingdom.
Number 9 or NIN?
You can spell it out. So this game is it's just square cards, and the square cards a la Carcassonne have a path, and then it's splitting it up into different patches of color and regions of your kingdom. And in those regions, there are icons. And the way you play the game, you have 10 cards in your hand. You're going to drop one and pass, and then you're going to get the rest. So each one of those cards you see there is four. Keep going. Those are the goals. Keep going. There. No, that was a bad one. No, keep going. That was zoomed out. Good old BGG. There, you stay there. Great. Zoom out.
How about in?
Perfect. So if you look at that card, that upper left card there, the one that's kind of hidden, there's the green in the center, and then the red in the bottom, and the blue on the top. And then you have the white trail, which is the King's Road. But you're playing that card in multiple ways, and you're using it either to enhance your red territory, your green, your blue, your whatever, or you're adding in different icons. You have to think about the trail, because the longest trail gets points, and then the little cards, the little brown cards that you were looking at before, are the way that the game scores, and it's shuffled out and it's random. So you're looking for like the biggest red or the longest red, or the biggest blue or the longest blue, and you're looking for the whatever they end up being. But the way that the card can function in 3 different ways: you're enhancing your fields, you're using it for your icons, or you're using it for your trail. You're thinking about all those things on a card, and you're just playing 9 cards. You're doing a 3x3 grid, and it gets so chunky when you're trying to figure out how to better play these cards. It's really quick. It's really easy. I don't think it gets a lot of love. It's fairly new. It's from a company in Poland. But those kind of games that have multi-use cards, and I'm not looking at just you can play it for the top or the bottom. I'm looking for a deeper level of those kind of games. As soon as I see a game that has multi-use cards like that, I'm flocking towards it, because it's giving that player choice, the crunchiness of it, right? The puzzle of it is, for me, it always speaks that it's elevated. So I always look for those as a component in a game.
I'd like to get this game.
Great. It's fantastic. I just made a trade for it, actually, because it's kind of hard to find. It's on their website. They just don't have the Kickstarter stuff, like the Dragon expansion and all this other shit. But the game, for a 10, you have 10 cards. You're playing 9. You're passing them around. The way that the game just changes itself with the end game scoring. It's fresh. It's fun. It's also got a scorecard. So each one of the territories has a scorecard. And depending on how many different icons you have in that field, you'll actually rotate the card to remember how many points you have. I haven't seen it pop up, or I'd tell you. But there are certain icons for different fields, and you actually rotate the card when you get a certain amount of icons. The game's great. If you don't know it yet. Like all of those things are shuffled and dealt out. Whoever has the most knights, that lower left is knights. Whoever has the most windmills, that upper right is windmills. The King's Road in the center, you count up all the pips. You can't double back, and whoever has the longest one gets that. So you're looking at the end game scoring for like all the way up on the top there. You see the blue and the green and the red. They're all shuffled, and you have X amount out. So you're looking at those, but you're also looking at how many icons you can put in your different fields while you're trying to grow the King's Road. Like it's really clever.
So how long does it take to play 9 Minute Kingdom?
So it comes with a timer for a variant, but if it takes you 9 minutes, you're overplaying. Like it can get really thinky, but it shouldn't take you 9 minutes. Huh. And you're doing it again, and you're playing again, and it's good.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
My number 5, is one I talk about a lot, so I'm not gonna Uh-oh, I'm having problems. I hit a button. Okay. It's
broadcast, man. That would be.
It's Crusaders. I will be done. And one of the reasons I do have the deluxeified version and stuff, but the retail version actually comes with these wood bits. The deluxeified version comes with plastic and these wood bits, but these wood bits some people prefer over the plastic. And of course, it has nice metal coins. It's just got a lot of good stuff, and it's one of my favorite games. This is this is the plastic versions. So sometimes I usually play with the plastic. Sometimes I switch off to the wood though. And they have these, the boards that have the, what do you call them? Double.
It's the stack boards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer
With
that.
the
You
little
got games like
indentions
this,
and stuff.
You got to have that.
Yeah. Love that stuff. Yeah. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, these little tokens unfortunately have stickers on them. Don't pay attention to having to put stickers on them, but there's not a lot of them. But even the first player token is a metal sword. Just a little metal
dangerous
sword and stuff. Oh yeah, if you lose, you get stabbed. That's
Excellent.
Legacy version.
Yes. But yeah, I talk about this game a lot, so I'm not going to harp on it too much. But it's one of my top 10. So that's Crusaders. Katia?
Right. Mine, it's a combo of two games that I put together because the components are kind of similar. So, sorry, that was really loud.
Do you want me to put you up?
Sure, I have it here. Okay, so it's the games Cusco and Mexica. And they come with these like real looking kind of pyramid. In Cusco, you actually like stack them to increase the value. But yeah, I just thought they look so real and they're like heavy and you get like bags of them.
Yeah. The full resin cast on those things is incredible.
It's amazing. I can't believe like the game price is actually not insane for the components you get for it. And on top of that, in the game Cusco, you even get these fun little guys here. I mean, look at that. Those are so cool. So yeah, that's definitely my first vote is for these.
Then I'll go next because my number 5 is Mexica. The resin cast that like I think when I got the game, I picked it up for like $20. At the end of a con, they did not want to take their copies of Mexico home, so they were like, "Here, you bought these other games, take this." And it's one of my favorites. I love Mexica. They don't like it as much, but I love getting those little temples out.
That's a lie.
I mean, you don't like it as much as I do, though.
Okay, well.
But yeah, like when we first opened Mexico, we were all shocked at how big and how hefty those temples are.
Yeah, it's awesome, and you get like 4 sets. Like there's 4 full bags of them. Yeah, because you got 4 different colors. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
My 5 is a children's game. But it's a Echidna Shuffle because look at this little guy.
Oh yes.
Good one. Yep.
Like, I had to include it because I love them very much.
I don't know what the playtime is officially on Echidna Shuffle, but we played it on stream and it took 3 hours.
We did.
So
we were missing an Echidna, and none of us, we refused to lose.
My cat stole one and we didn't realize it. So we just kept playing and we couldn't end the game.
Have you named each of the echidnas in the game?
No.
Okay. So you're not there.
No, but I love them very much, and they make me very happy every time we get it out. So
that's a good one.
So how do you spell Echidna Shuffle?
ECHNIDA.
IDNA.
Echidna. ECH.
I wanted to see a closer up image, if that's all right.
Even the little pieces that you put on top are really cute, but
I mean, in terms of a children's game, like every single thing, it's a thick board. The echidnals are like full, not even 3D printed. Like these are full plastic toys. And then you put the little chits and stuff on top of them.
They're very cute.
And even though this is a kids board game, like if you have competitive people that are like very strategic with how they're playing it,
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
it turns into a very competitive game very quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Have you ever played Spinderella?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, look that up. That's a good one. The components are great, but man, that turns brutal real quick. It's got really cool components, the way that it works. But look that one up. That one's good.
Do little bugs go on their backs?
Yeah, so you're moving them around the board, and like you can see the arrows on the board how they move, and you're trying to deliver your bugs back to your stumps. But you have to follow the arrows on the board, and there's things you can do to bump echidnas around and mess people up
It's
that
very
try and do
cute.
it.
Okay, that's adorable.
Yeah. And usually it's really well priced. It's like very reasonably priced too. I think we picked up for like $25 at a con.
Little
Yeah.
bees.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
Watts blog, right? Or however you pronounce
Yeah.
it.
That's fine.
For my number 5, I went with a game called Mechanica from Resonum. Resonum's a kind of a smaller publisher, but the reason why I picked this is that first of all, the insert of the box is a part of the game
Nice.
because like there in the middle, you can see that it has a little wheel that these puzzle pieces come out. Then you're creating your own factory that are making these Roomba-esque robots. And so you have different ways that you can upgrade them, and you're fitting together a puzzle piece to deliver, to create and then build these robots and sell them to make money. And it's a double layer board, and you have to kind of figure out how you want your factory to kind of run. But just the way, the turntable in the middle and the puzzle pieces, and just even the small little face, you can't really necessarily, but on those little little robots have little faces on them too.
Oh, those first pictures were the prototype.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But that one has the
yeah,
little faces.
that's So it's just, again, it's where
There they are.
the components are the main part of the game.
Well, and the other thing is that you play in the box.
Yes.
The wheel is in the box. It stays in the box. The setup for it is so easy. It really is a great game.
Wow. I almost got this game, and then I had it on a wish list on a site, and then when I went to get it, it was out, and I've never seen it come back on me.
Yeah. So
If you have the chance, I'd pick it up.
Mostly it can I've noticed they mostly have this one at conventions.
Nice.
The company, is it the same company that just did Scarface?
No. Resonum, they also, another one they have out that's picked up a lot of steam lately is Phantom Inc.
Phantom Inc. Their latest game is Retrograde.
Retrograde, and then also Glitch Squad.
Glitch Squad, yeah. And they also did Monarch.
Forever ago.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's a smaller company based out of New Hampshire, I think. But
The Tide Bots.
yeah,
Nice.
so that's my number 5.
That's cool.
This will tip you over.
Steven, bring it to the register. You'll be happy with it.
All right, Mike, what's your number 4?
It's not my number 4, but it's the next one I'm going to talk about.
You don't understand how lists work, do you, Mike?
No, I don't.
He does not.
I don't do
I don't know.
tops.
I feel this though because I had a hard time putting them in order. So
I can't do it, right? Because not only will it change and you revisit the top 5, I understand it, but there's so many games that I just can't. I can't replace. There are games that will always be on my top 5, and I just don't talk about them because they're constant. All right, so I'm going to go off what Steven was just talking about, and this is how I like to do things. So one of my game components is when an insert does something else than just be an insert. So to your point with that one, the way that the insert is part of the game, you're interacting with it. I have 2 examples. One you can bring up if you played Unsettled, or if you can bring up Eclipse, the second edition of Eclipse. That's the one that I want to talk about.
Well, which one do you want?
You'll find it because it's called something else. It's not just called Eclipse.
Second Dawn for the Galaxy.
That's it. So try and find something with the insert, the player tray. There. Does it have a cover? Find one with the cover. I'm going to be very specific on this one. So not only does the insert, you put your player components into your thing and it holds all your stuff, and hopefully you tip the box and it doesn't everything doesn't move around like Red Rising's crappy insert. This one has a cover. The cover to your player tray that has all of your stuff becomes your player board. And it has a spot for your hidden components and a spot to put your little your screen, your player screen. You're not gonna fucking find it, are you?
Nope.
Awesome. I might be able to. I took a picture of it at game night last week. I could bring it up.
I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff on here.
Do they come painted like this?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. This looks like someone's applied wash. And then these look painted, yeah. That is the problem with using BGG for looking at images, because
Okay, there they are. There was the stock ones. They're just basic colors.
Yeah.
So the way whatever it's a, when inserts are doing something other than just holding your shit,
Yeah.
Like
and
that.
become part of the game.
That's really neat.
I mean, we love a good insert, anyways. I
I
mean,
love a good insert.
like dwellings.
Like
Dwellings
dwelling.
does it. Dwellings
Yep,
does
and
it.
how you're taking your bits as you upgrade and you put them out and you're taking them from left to right. Anything that uses it's one thing to have them keep your stuff, right? Depending on how you hold your Brian. It's the picture I took of it's actually your player board. When it does something else, like use the cover to do something, or keeps your stuff organized, and you actually get to kind of like Terra Mystica, where you're pulling stuff off your board.
Yeah.
But
That's a
your
fifth element.
doubling is something like that.
That totally looks like it.
It looks like the fifth element blocks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so that's the next one I'm going to talk about. When your insert, just like what Steven was talking about, when your insert is doing something other than holding your bits.
All right.
Holding my bits.
Yep. The deluxe component.
I don't know what kind of games you're getting. All right.
You don't want to open that door.
That's another episode.
On my number 4 is Arnak, Lost Ruins of Arnak, simply
Okay.
because
Yeah.
the little bits are just, I mean, it comes retail like this
Mm-hmm.
with the little, slabs, and I mean, the artwork and stuff is fun too. Yeah, show me print pieces. Just show me the game. I'm trying to find who is uploading Tabletopia pictures or Tabletop Simulator pictures.
Not who's uploading.
There we go.
Who's approving those pictures? That's the question.
Yeah, well, sure. So yeah, just the arrows and the gems that are custom. They could have went with those little sharp gems that come in every game, including mine. But they made their own little pieces and stuff. I think it just adds to the theme and everything with it, and you get you got to have the Indiana Jones hat meeple. I love the meeples and things. I love opening this game, and every time I get it, I look at them and play with them and stuff. So
this one almost made my list, but I was going to be called a sellout if I put it on my list, so I did.
Fair.
yeah, and it's a great game, which helps, So
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen the
Burn it.
little tablets that people have done the dark wash on it, and it sits in the grooves. It's beautiful.
Ooh, I need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a brown, it just makes it look old and brings it up a notch. But yeah.
That's a cool idea. I haven't seen those.
Yeah, just an ink wash.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So that's my number 4.
All right.
Katia?
So I'm gonna go in the same vein as Megan on this one. I'm going with kids games. I have not played any of them, but I bought them purely because I couldn't resist the components. It's a set of games it's called The Flying Games. That's the publisher. And all of them are published by, or designed by Bruno Cathala, along with some other people that I don't care because it's Bruno Cathala. That's the part that matters to me. But anyways, so the games are Jurassic Snack, Jurassic Brunch, and Mosquito Show. So these are some of the components. They are basically real dinosaurs.
I need those.
And hold on a second. This is my favorite one here. But one of the games also comes with these here. I think that one is the mosquito.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at him.
Like,
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm in love.
So, I mean, I've used some of the dinosaurs in my mosaics. I haven't used these ones yet, but they got to make it in at some point because they're just so damn cool. Yeah, I haven't played any of the games. I don't. Maybe at some point I will, but they're so cute. I couldn't not have them. So call me a child.
No, they're very cute.
Number 4.
My number 4 is Honey Buzz. Honey Buzz was a Kickstarter that I got. Honestly, and I think that the Kickstarter edition that I have does have deluxe components. But I am a sucker for little squishy boys, and they've got those the little squishy pollen or honey whatevers, and it's just great. I mean, it's a great game on its own, but like the advanced components have the wooden dipstick and like the engraved things. I didn't go that far. I just got the upgraded. It might just be Kickstarter edition versions of the actual squishies. But I love that. And it's a gorgeous game, and it plays well, and it has it's got the puzzle piece punch out. So even though they're cardboard, you're also putting the actual like hive, the honeycombs together. And I think that it all just works so well theme-wise and hands-on and mechanically. It's just altogether a great game that's made better when you get the little squishy boys.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one. Good pick.
Yeah.
Cool.
My number 4 is Batoku. And it took us forever to get Batoku to the table because I was incredibly scared of the rule book. But I'm obsessed with the
How do you spell that?
Bitoku.
T-I?
Bitoku.
I'm
Brain not
obsessed with the pieces on the board that allow you to change the board based on player count. And that is one of the main reasons why I picked it up, because you can see those like long rectangular pieces. Those are actually double-sided that stick into the board that changes based on player count. So you don't have like 18,000 or like really tiny little writing saying, oh, this is only for 2-player, this is for 4-player. Also, that piece right there is enough for me to love the game. So
I love the color scheme of the pieces. Like they did that, I think, with Silk was one of their other games too. The colors are very unique. Like they're not your typical ones, and I really like that. I like the pastel.
Yeah.
Colors. Yeah.
They're very cute. I like them a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, the artwork too.
Oh yeah, the artwork is
Everything about this game,
stunning.
Everything about this game is very overwhelming. But once we actually started playing, it became very easy, and it really is a really good game. But it's daunting to jump into.
Somebody just mentioned the setup and tearing down was insane. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I think the first hour of our stream was us setting up the game.
Yeah, it was.
So.
My number 4 is a little bit of an older game. They just came out with a updated version of it, but we have the older version, so I don't know if it's changed a little bit, but it is Camel Up.
Oh, nice.
Which also always caused a lot of controversy because the way the old box looked. Is it Camel Cup or Camel Up? The reason being, again, because of the components being so integral to the game. One, you have the camels that literally stack on top of each other. That's a very integral part of the game. And then you have that pyramid in the middle, which is how you roll the dice.
That's apparently plastic now.
Yeah, we have
I don't.
cardboard.
I don't like the updated version. I really, really don't. I much prefer out the version. I think we have the second
No, I
edition.
think it's first edition.
Okay. Well, either way, I prefer our cardboard pyramid to the new plastic one.
But either way, the way that you do the dice rolling and the fact that the camos actually stack and they stack for a reason.
Mhm.
It's not just you being bored at the table stacking your pieces. That together, it's a game where the components make sense. I don't know what that palm tree is, but that's not needed.
I like the palm tree though. You don't know if it's needed. Maybe it's needed in the new game, in the new version.
It doesn't look like it.
But either way, yeah.
It reminds me of the little pieces in Colt Express. You know how they had little 3D trees and stuff to go around the thing, but it's not needed.
Yeah. So just because of the pyramid dice roller and the chemical themselves, that's why it's on my list.
Yeah.
Great choice.
That's a good one.
I almost put this on here, but I only have the first edition, not the second. And I was like, I don't have the second one to talk about, so I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
And
I
you
have
need
an
that palm
experience.
tree. Like the palm tree they added.
Yeah,
you
you have
just
to have the palm
have to
tree.
have
I have
it.
a palm tree. Very cool. All right, so we're on to our number 3. Trucking along. Mike, your very special number 3 that's
Very
better than number 4 and 5.
Nope. That's all false. None of what you just said is true at all.
Okay, Mike, you have to understand. I'm banking on the fact that you actually do rank a little bit because when you talked about your content creators, you had us at number 1, and I took a lot of pride in that.
Don't take that away from
Don't
us.
take that away from me.
Ooh, perfect.
So my number 3. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say. All right, so custom shaped meatballs. I'm gonna say is my the next one I'm gonna talk about. Not your standard meatball. But I think when they add custom shapes, they don't have to be silkscreen. They don't have to have stickers. It just adds to the lore of the game, right? You kind of feel like you're that character, or you're moving certain things around and doing the thing that the game is asking you to do, right? You want to dive into that theme. You want to dive into the story. And just moving around a regular meeple just doesn't do it for me. The two that I would talk about is Draftosaurus or Skull Hollow. I think Skull Hollow probably more than Draftosaurus. But anything that has a custom shape. So like you were looking at Cusco before with the meeple, and it's actually got a shape to it. It just kind of brings you into the game more, right? Like Root has those things where you feel like you got that character. It's not just an orange meeple and 17 different yellow meeples and whatever. So anything that has the custom shape meeples, like the giant bosses in that game, they're awesome. But like to Chris's earlier one, the Crusaders game, right? Like having the plastic and the wood, but the wood are shaped, so it feels like it's it adds more to the like that table presence there. That's a great picture. Yeah. It just brings you into the theme a little bit more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anything that has not minis are a separate thing, but anything that brings the table presence or brings you into the theme or brings you into the lore of what you're trying to do is something that'll always gets me, right? Like just like the dual use cards. If I see that on a game or I see that that's in a game, it means more to me. Not an upgraded meeple, not getting upgrade to the cubes or the regular meeples. Like just if it's in the game, it just says a lot for me. So
nice.
Yep.
My number 3 is a bit of a cheat from what I said earlier because I said no minis, but you could argue that this is kind of with minis, right? But it's Star Wars Rebellion, but it's also other Star Wars games that basically bring in IP ships that I love and adore and bring me right into the universe that I want to play in. They could just do little blocks of wood or something like that, but the more detailed piece, I mean, they have Death Stars. This is why Rebellion is my example of all the Star Wars stuff. But I mean, when you see this stuff out there, it's just, you're in Star Wars. you're in the universe you want to be playing in, and it sucks you right in. So yeah, I did break my rule about no minis right off right there. So I totally forgot about it.
I'm done.
That's cool.
Fair.
Listen, at least it's not Gloomhaven.
Yeah, well, yeah.
To Joe's question, yeah, I would say that those are you could do it with just meeples, right? You could have the purple meeple or the green meeple and whatever, but the fact that they put those things in there, they add more character, right? They kind of give you a little bit like Loki's pawn.
Yeah.
You feel like you're Loki. So
Little ATSTs. Anyway,
I have big ones here from the Imperial Assault that are like painted.
oh yeah. That's fun too. I mean, you could just say any minis bring you into the world stuff, but specifically for me, Star Wars, because that's the world I want to be in. So that's my number 3. Katia?
Okay, so my number 3. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. I'm going with the buildings from Victorian Mastermind.
Oh, yep.
They are kind of minis, if you will. I have them here.
Nice.
But they are very unique. And the game, I could not believe what I paid for this game, considering the components, because it's kind of crazy. I'm pretty sure I got my copy for less than $20. And like, these are like very detailed.
Yeah.
And that's not all that comes in. Like, it also comes with these, I forget what these are used for, but they're like these little busts of this old cranky guy looking dude. I don't know, but there's like a bunch of them in there. Yeah, I still can't. Yeah, I can't fathom how they managed to reduce the price to that level. And I really enjoy the game. It plays better at a higher player count because you do have like you're bidding into the space where you want to take your actions, and it follows the order of the stack or something like that. So, yeah, it's definitely better with a higher player count. But you're basically building your machine like it's a steampunk theme. So, but it's so good. Yeah, that's what it looks like inside.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. I love those buildings. So
Good call. I forgot about this one. And it has little gear pieces.
yep, those little gears that you use for bidding.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good game. I really like it.
Megan's trying to spend money now. My number 3, and I don't know if it's on Steven's list, but I know it's on Megan and mine's list. Sea of Legends. Sea of Legends is one of our favorite games. If we could play Sea of Legends every week, I'm pretty sure we would.
It's technically minis. But...
It is one of those games that is minis, but the minis are not unimportant, and also I don't think for the quality of the minis, they don't jack up the price that much. But Sea of Legends, if you've never played it, is such a solid game. It uses an app that they're constantly updating that takes it. Every turn you take affects your future turns and allows you to do things at different speeds than everybody else. And at the end of your turn, it tells you where you're going to next. So you have to move around on the board. But like the components and the game itself it's so impressive as a game that there's nothing bad to say about Thirsty Pirates.
Yeah.
Does it come painted?
No, they come grayscale, but
they do come grayscale, but like
But they are extremely detailed.
they're so detailed.
because it hasn't even shown you like the big bosses yet, because
It is the big boss,
the serpent god there is so crazy.
I'm putting that down. I want to see that.
Yeah. And they already have, like, there's the base game, then they have one expansion, and they just kickstarted a second expansion. But it's one of those ones where I'm not always the biggest fan of a game that has an app, but because the way the game's set up is that at the beginning of the game, you're given cards and you decide who's going to be your lover and who's going to be your nemesis. And you can decide anyone that you want. So one, it's very accessible to everyone. It's very LGBTQ+.
Look at those. That's crazy.
I love them so much.
And it's just based upon that, like every gameplay is different. Plus you have different enemies you're fighting. So there's a lot of replayability to it.
He's a good one too.
Wow.
Those are cool.
Are those in the base game?
Yeah,
a lot of those are in base game. Yes.
There is no like the game
Nothing's painted,
runs
but-
the game runs on the minis. Like they're just grayscale minis, but like the base game, I think it's a little pricier, obviously, because those things are huge. But I think it's so worth it for the replayability. It's so good.
I love City of Legends.
This is nothing but pictures of people painting them. I kind of wanted to see them in gray form.
Let me go. I'll
We'll go
grab
get
them.
them.
There, on the shelf by my desk, there's the small box of the expansion one that they sent us.
Perfect. Easy peasy.
These gray? No, those aren't gray either.
I mean, but the thing is, because of the way how detailed these minis are, it's the kind of minis that people do want to sit down and paint.
Yeah, I could see that.
They're
Wow.
beautiful.
Wow.
And
I
all
love
of these
that
are
one.
different factions. Like all the things in the back with like the big bosses, each one of those is like a different faction that you could possibly fight.
Well,
And
Aw.
like I said, based
The
on
picture wins. Please don't fall.
Okay, I guess
I know what you're talking about.
very cool.
Jesus.
That's a good one.
How big is the box?
It's
it's a big boy.
Nice.
Wow. Is it a book? Oh, it looks like a book.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it looks like a book.
And they set up side by side like the different chapters.
All right.
Just, I mean, you just hold that up.
I have a rant about book.
These
Others-
are like your base player minis, and then there's one of the big bosses, the
Wow.
skeleton boy.
They're
Jeez.
just super
That's
detailed.
So they look really good, even not painted.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I need this game.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's
Highly
fantastic.
recommend.
So this is one of the games when I was doing our Kickstarter corner. This was one of the ones where I reached out to the creators, and they were so excited to get
Super
for us to talk about it on the show. Like I called them and we talked for like 90 minutes or something about how excited they were to deliver the most high quality game that they could, and do it in a way, because there are people like Steven who don't like games that run through an app. They wanted to change people's minds. So altogether, this is just one of those games where I was super impressed from the moment I heard about it. So it's one of our favorites.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay, my number 3 is Garden Nation, which is a new one that we picked up at.
Yes. I'm so glad somebody mentioned it.
I loved it so much. But the thing I love the most are the fact that the buildings are themed differently based on which faction you are. So like one of them is like made out of like tin cans and stuff like that, while another one is made out of I don't remember what the other ones are made out of.
Like a milk box or something.
Yeah,
Acorns.
but they're all themed, and it makes me so happy. Also, the turtle.
I saw that one at I think it was Gen Con.
That's where we picked it up.
And yeah. And I had seen a picture online before it hit Gen Con, because I think it was in Europe first.
Mhm.
And then it came out at Gen Con, and I couldn't like the table presence of it because of the artwork also, but those buildings,
Mhm.
the little leaf, just
Mhm.
like, yeah, it's so cute. Yeah, that little turtle thing, everything is stunning.
So like the red ones are like the pop cans, and I just like that each one is different
Mhm.
beyond just a different shape or color.
Right.
Yeah, look at that. You can see the tab on there.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's great.
Detail. Smart detail, rather than just making it the same mold and
Yep.
different color. Yeah, that's good.
And it wasn't that. I think it,
It
was
wasn't that
$45
expensive. Yeah, it
or
wasn't bad
something.
at
It
all.
wasn't bad.
Wow.
Yes,
Um,
that's cute.
Good pick.
So my number 3, I'm actually going to go away from my list and choose a different game. One of my honorable mentions, just because I know my number 3 is going to be mentioned by both of you guys. So
Okay.
I'm just going to go away from it. Which one of these did I go with? I'm going to go with Nectophobia.
Oh, nice.
And the reason why I'm going with this one is, one, it's very unique in the space, being that it is a game that was designed that a person that is visually impaired could play it. So if you want to talk about the importance of components,
Yep.
none more important than the components you're going to be using that they have to be tactile to the point where you can tell the difference in them.
I'm so bad at this game.
And how do we spell this?
NYC
NY.
TOPH.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, the story. We've talked about this recently on the show. The story behind this game, Catherine's desire to design a game that she can play with her family member who was losing his sight, is where this came from, and it's just super. It's heartfelt and it's really smart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like looking at it, like it doesn't. It's not the same as we're kind of going from one extreme to the other. Well, I mean, from Derek's Sea of Legends, where everything's very, very detailed. This one's just so much more about the tactile pieces and feeling them as you're trying to move around the board without sight.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that just that use of components as the core mechanic of the game is why I kind of put this one on my list.
It's one of the. I thought about putting this on my list too, and the board itself, the actual components aren't on the. They're a little on the cheap side, but it doesn't matter because it's about how they feel. It's not necessarily about the quality. It's about being able to feel your way through it. And I think that's why it's good to have it on the list, because it's a game where the components, you couldn't play the game without the components the way they are. And it's just so good.
Have you played? Which one have you played? The Killer in the Woods or the Vampire?
The Killer in the Woods.
No, ours is
No,
the
this is the
vampire.
vampire.
Ours is the
Is that the
vampire.
vampire?
Yeah.
This is the vampire. I don't think I've ever won as either.
If you've never played it, it's super
Yeah,
good.
that's yeah.
Yeah, you literally go space to space, and so one person can see, everyone else can't, and you're going space to space. You decide if you're going to go, and you hit a wall, and it's cool. It's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
Catherine
it
was
all
at,
comes with glasses to make it so
con.
that you can't see the board and everything.
Yeah.
We're making people spend money.
That's what we do best.
Yeah.
Better them than us.
It's better than having top fives that are all the same, right? Like these are games. Obviously I know this one, but like Sea of Legends was not on my radar. I knew nothing of it, so it's nice to know that stuff. And a kid knew it was not on yours, so now you guys are getting that one. Good stuff.
All right. So our number 2, Mike.
Good picks. All right. I am going to pick towers in games, but not dice towers. Towers that hide information. So kind of like El Grande, where you're putting cubes in a tower and you're looking for a majority. The game I'm going to ask you to look up, I'm going to spell it for you because I'm not about to try and pronounce it. KIPP space MIR space.
I got it right here.
Yeah. So it's a candy factory. It's a game about making candy. It's got 3 towers. One is the ingredients, one is the flavor, one is the wrapper. You have your components are dice, and the dice Toria is awesome. Good pick, Joe. That's clever with the way the towers work and the abilities are facing you. Yeah, that's a good one. If you don't know Toria, look up Toria. Toria's great. So on your turn, you're putting dice, and you have 3 different size dice in your color. A regular 16 millimeter down to I want to say it's a 14 and 12 or 12 and 8. I forget what they are. On your turn, you're putting dice into those towers, into that mechanism, and then when it gets to a certain weight, it will fall over and dump the dice into the tray, and then you start to round robin pick the dice from the tray, trying to put them on your cards to match color, to match size, whatever it is. But the idea that you're putting stuff into a tower that other people can't see is a component that's really fun for me. I think Amerigo had that, right, with the cube tower, and some would come out and some wouldn't. El Grande is another favorite of mine, where you're putting cubes. You can choose to put cubes into this tower, but you can't see what other people have. So it's a little bit of a memory, like how many dice have gone into this tube. Did you put the big ones in, the small ones in, whatever it is, and then eventually the weight's going to dump them over. Something like that has some sort of tower that's not just a dice tower. To talk to Joe's Toria's got 4 towers in the 4 corners, and on your turn, you get to pick from the actions facing you on your side of the table. and then you turn a tower. So you can look, and on the top of it is going to tell you what the different actions are, so you know what's facing which direction. So you can actually take an action and turn it so it's not an action that someone else can do. The game, I think, is that game. Great pick, Joe. I think that game is very underrated, but it's fantastic. So yeah, anything with a tower that's not a dice tower, but that's functional in the game, would be my pick. Yeah, Tori is awesome.
Nice.
Yep.
My number 2, I'm sure I'm going to mispronounce this as well. Namigi.
Yes.
Okay, so this is it's kind of like the part 2 to Tokaido, right? It took years for them to get this to me, but the little ships look like this. They come like this, painted and all, everything. Like they're not painted like that's the color of the plastic. They're actual pieces that are put together and stuff. And the artwork, of course, looks kind of like Tokaido. The whole board functions in a way like that. But it's if you liked Tokaido when it came out, but then you got tired of it, I would recommend this game because it's a whole new way of doing it.
You might win this one, Megan. No, there's no way, Megan.
And then the artwork.
I can't believe you said you got tired of Tokaido. I love Tokaido.
Yeah, Tokaido's great. And then the artwork looks almost exactly like those ships.
Yeah.
Like it to get that close to it was pretty amazing. Yeah. So there's a guy with pigs on there, and so they got the little pigs on the ship. It's ridiculous. Every game you want to try different ships and stuff, even though it has no real, But this one has little tentacles. I mean, that's how it comes in the game. So
Awesome.
I remember almost backing this one purely for the ships. And then I had to talk myself out of it because I'm like, that's ridiculous. But
I'm pretty sure I did the exact same thing.
Yep. It was I remember looking at the Kickstarter and I was like, this is gorgeous. But yes, obviously it's like I'm not a fan of Tokaido. So I felt like if it's very Tokaido-esque, I'm not really gonna enjoy the game. I just really wanted the ships.
Good call. If you're not a big fan of Tokaido, then you probably wouldn't be a fan of this one. But if you did like Tokaido, this would be another one to play.
They're so cool.
Plus, I just love the artwork that goes with it. So
it's very sharp.
Yep. The only thing I will say, just because it bothers me enough, is the stupid box does not fit in a standard Kallax.
Bastards.
Yes. Very annoying. It's very annoying. You should know your audience.
It's your fault for getting Kallax shelves. That's all.
Everybody has Kallax shelves.
That's not true.
A good portion of us have Kallax shelves.
Okay. To Steven's point, yes. If you haven't played Tower of Madness by Smirk and Dagger, it's got that same kind of thing where you don't know what's in there and you're pulling the stuff out and stuff can fall. So anything that's got hidden information but with a tower is, I enjoy that stuff.
Yeah. All right. So Katia, you're number 2.
Okay. Keep in mind, so this is from the company that I currently do the social media for, but I backed this before I started working for them because I was in absolute awe with these little creatures. The game is Spirits of the Forest Moonlight expansion. It comes with these little animals, and I was in love with the style of them. Like this. Because they're so original in their design. Like I just thought the style was so cute. It looks like a little pencil drawing on, I just love them. And they're this very, very pale blue color. The game also comes with these printed wooden leaves that I thought were really stunning. And the tiles of the game to begin with are like this wooden tile type thing. And yeah, the production of it is just insane. But those were the things that sold me on it alone. Yeah, isn't that so cute? Look
Someone's
at
poor cat.
But the cat's having fun. Yeah, and those two, the light is basically like light and shadow. So basically, it dictates what goes to you and what goes to the opponent when you're playing by yourself. But yeah, it's I love this game. It's it's a puzzly game, but at the same time, it's very sort of zen. So this is my Tokaido. This is what I play instead of Tokaido if I want something like peaceful and zen and my little puzzle. And it's just the artwork is incredible. So keep in mind, I work for them, but I back this with my own money.
It's fine. You're solid. It's fine.
All right, Steven, calm down.
It reminds me a lot of the video game Hollow Knight. That's the vibe that I get from it.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Really, really pretty.
Nice call.
My number 2, I changed my list up because I knew I was going to in the moment. I just remembered this one. I backed this one on a whim. It was cheap, and once I got it in, I love the components, and I know that Megan and Steven don't love it, but Crash Octopus is so good. When I opened that box and that octopus came out of there, I was sold immediately. It's a dexterity adjacent game. Where you're sort of flicking things to try and get them on your boat to score points, but you can't hit the tentacles, and the tentacles move. It's just all of those pieces are full wood. Like, that's the base game. You've got the string and the counter that sets up your play space. It's a simple game, but the components are so they're all different. Like, I'm sure that it costs as much money to produce that as they were selling it for, but like the octopus on its own is fully worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun game.
Like I need that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying it's a fun game.
It is, and I like it.
Didn't they at one point have the big beach version?
I think so. I think that one of their stretch goals was pay an exorbitant amount of money to get a full life-size play on the beach.
That's great.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, well, my number 2 is I guess expected. It's Everdell. I love the components in Everdell. I can't help it. The little squishy berries. Mm-hmm. And the tree, and just the little meeples themselves. It just
almost had
about it. The amber, this game doesn't get to our table enough. I love this game.
It is good. I think this is one of those games where people know Everdell because of the high quality components, and that's a huge selling point for it. And once people get to playing it, they realize, oh, this is actually a really great game, and it also has great components.
Little pebbles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Berries.
Yeah.
And they're squishy.
The squishy berries. I can't.
I think this is the first game I played that had squishy little berries. Yeah.
What's your...
And coins. Comes with coins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My number 2 is Chai from Steeped Games. Because, again, it kind of has a lot of those different components. And also it comes with these little teacups that you're making the tea in, that you put the components in. I don't know if maybe the one we have is because this isn't showing the actual cups that we have.
Because it's interesting because ours did come with the cups. They were in the box.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I have the cups too. They're like a brown engraved, almost like there's some pattern on it. Yeah, I'm not seeing them there.
When it wasn't a deluxe copy because he tried to get us to buy the deluxe components, but ours came with little teacups.
Yeah, I also don't think mine's deluxe. Oh, you know what? I have metal coins, so maybe it is.
Huh.
Maybe it is.
Well, either way, then I like the deluxe, I guess. But yeah, you're collecting the different things to make different types of tea for different people that are visiting your tea shop. I also like that on the cards there are legally distinct characters.
I'm the Jean-Luc Picard, but it's not.
Yeah. So yeah,
There they
Over
are.
there.
those little brown little cup things. But yeah, it just has a lot of great components to it that again add to the flavor of the game, and the different types of tea leaves and things that you're trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Nice.
that's my number 2.
Cool. Good
Very
one.
cool. All right, are we down to number 1?
We are.
I could do the gong here.
Wow. Well, that's become something useful this time, I guess.
I always do it by accident, but now there you go. All right, Mike, bring us home with your absolute favorite, just like Board Game House was your absolute favorite.
I am going to say that this is my absolute favorite.
Ooh.
I will say that this is my number 1. When you talk about game components, I did talk about meeple, specific meeples, right? Bring you into the lore, bring you into the whatever. This is by far my number 1. If you can make my screen bigger.
Oh, I can make your screen super huge. Here we go. Oh,
Oh, yes.
What the hell?
Yeah. So this is from a game called Spellbound. It's by the Lamont brothers. I've talked about it before. It's unfortunately it's going to be a harder one for people to get if they do like them. But these are hand sculpted in the game. So every one of your gnomes are different, right? They're all individually sculpted, and they're handmade by clay. They're clay. But for, can I show, what do I have that's normal sized?
Show a banana for scale.
Here's a wine cork, okay, from a wine bottle, and there's the troll. Right? They're big.
I don't think this is even on BGG.
Spellbound?
Oh yeah, I found it. All right, yeah.
Yeah, so not only are the trolls just amazing, but the different books have faces on the book.
Nice.
Wow.
Weird.
Right? Like the Grimoire or the Grimoire, like, and each of these, they're all components in the game that are moving and doing things. Like the witch is doing a thing. The witch is a little smaller than the troll, but not by much. And then there's trolls, mages. I don't know what they're called in the game. Whatever they're called in the game. But like there's the troll and your like they're just super cute, and it brings you right into the way the game the gameplay is. It's beautiful. It's detailed. Their games are always that way. There are a couple that are not, like Savannah Trails and whatever, but like the Game of Gnomes, Dragon Scroll, they're all the components in them are just bonkers good. So yeah, when I think of game components, it's Spellbound is my number 1 because they're just amazing. They're whimsical, they're adorable, they're super fragile. But yeah, the game's fantastic. So hand painted, handcrafted, like it's, and the gameplay is really fun. Like it still holds up. When did it come out?
2012, it said. I think.
I would say the game still holds up as a game that would like fit in on your shelf to play, to bring. It's not a complicated game. It's a not threat management, but you're working together to like push books back so they don't get to a certain level while the witch is doing the whole thing and the troll's trying to go and eat your shit. Not literally. But the game is great. The game's fantastic. So if you can find it, hunt it down. I think it's worth it from a gameplay perspective. I think the game is solid. In addition to, like, you might want to take these and put them out on your shelf because they're that damn cute.
Well, the gnome one that I have with the little like mountain thing, it's on my calyx in the other room permanently. It's got little mushrooms too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
really cool.
So the Game of Gnomes, another one by the Lamont brothers. The part of the board is a mushroom. Like you put it up. It actually comes with a hole on the back, like Canvas does for their box, that you can mount it on your wall, and then the pieces from the game, which are also small and handcrafted, can go on the mushroom. Like it's just the way that they did a lot of their games. They were very limited. They're very detailed, but they're like the production value of them is I've never seen anything like it. So
Good choice.
Nice.
yeah,
So I got to follow that, huh?
It will always be. That's why I always go last. It'll always be game component wise. These things are they bring you in. They bring you into what's going on in that game so well.
So it's your all-time number one, like your all-time number one content creators, right?
Never going to change. Always going to sit right in that same spot.
I'll give you that one. Thank you, Steven, for the Stuff of Legend. That's sweet of you. They also the detail on those things. I mean, they're beautiful as well. This is resin that a friend made, but like,
Yeah, the only reason why I have it as one of my honorable mentions only because we haven't played it.
Yeah,
I wanted to do games that we had played.
Oh, you will. Yeah, so right. Spellbound, if you can grab it. Dragon Scroll is another one that's great from them, and like Katia brought up before, Game of Gnomes is it's not gameplay wise. I think Spellbound still holds up. I think Dragon Scroll is replaced by the Spill. I think they did a better job in the way that the stuff falls and comes out. But I haven't found anything that will replace Spellbound for me. It's that good for me. So
nice.
Very cool.
All right, so I got to follow that with something that's only really number one for me personally, because it's one of the games that first got me back into the hobby, which is Acquire, but it has to be this version of Acquire.
Yes.
And the reason why is because it has the plastic buildings that actually, unfortunately, that's as big as it gets. The plastic buildings that go on top of the tiles that you draw. And it goes in there, and you can't buy this anymore without like $200 or $300.
They're re-releasing it this year, though. I think I just read that.
Yeah. So I can't wait to get the actual version that I played years and years ago. Some friend had, and I don't even know that person anymore or hang out with them anything. So I don't get to play this game like this anymore. So I can't wait for it to come back. And when I think of components, this is probably the first game that I played that wasn't, big giant dragons or something like that, that made me go like, oh man, I just love how this really connects. It just makes it feel easier. And then of course, whenever the newer versions came out, I immediately felt the loss of those components. So this is a grill game version thing for me. So that's why it's my number one.
Very nice. Well,
okay.
My number one is also very personal taste to me. This was a game that got released. Basically, the artist for the game is an artist that I was following prior to the game coming out. So when it hit Kickstarter, it was like, sign me up. Just because it was coming with his robots. So the name of the game is Transmissions. And he makes calendars with, not that I'm promoting other calendars because that's not really but he also comes out with books with these robots basically every year. And a few years back they decided to, I want to say it's, hold on, Adam West who designed it. I know it sounds made up, but it's not.
AB West. West.
Yeah. And so, it's basically like, I just love this one because he's wearing these like fake, like wooden wings. He just has so much hopes and dreams of flying. So anyway, so those are like, I had to have the game just because of these like physical copies of the robots that I had been admiring for a few years. I don't know if this will get reprinted ever. There might be copies flying out there, but I don't know that would get reprinted. It was a Kickstarter and one of those where I couldn't pass it up. And I have yet to play it because I haven't had a chance, but I will. I can just look at them and it makes me happy. So that does it for me. Yep.
My number one is Cones of Dunshire.
Nice.
If it was a real game.
Oops, that's wrong.
But my real number one is Planet. If you've not gotten Planet, the reason I bumped this to my number one is simply because you are holding this thing the entire time. Like, you're full hands-on with your whatever that shape is the entire time you're playing, because you're putting your little your hexes magnetically onto the sphere, and you're constantly hands-on with it, moving it around, looking at the different sides. And then, when you go to score, you have to put your finger on one side to make sure you don't double count that thing, and then you're like maneuvering it around so you can see all the sides to count. To me, when you have a game, and I think we've said this several times, but when you have a game where the component is the game, like when you have something where the object that costs so much to create the game is the reason that you're playing, I think that you have to give that high praise, plus the animals, plus the educational-esque side of it. But like, just getting your hands on that orb, it fits in your hand so well, even Megan's little baby hands, and the magnets, and just being able to hold it, it's great.
And also
Nice.
the new version, you don't actually see the magnets. They're actually now embedded in the game. So you used to have like this like blue dodecahedron or whatever shape that is that you're playing with.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that one.
Is the terrain stuff kind of similar to like Cascadia when you're building your terrain? Like, does it count where it's like
Yes,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to have at least part of it that is connected.
You can kind of see it on this image. If you look at the actual little shape, you can see that they're segmented into triangles. So you're counting how many you have connected throughout, and you're going to score for that based on, the animals and stuff that exist in that space. So you have to look at the whole thing while you're placing to try and, do the best you can to get good placements on your planet. But it's one of those things where when I was thinking about components, like actually getting hands-on with it was super important. That's why it's number one.
nice?
Good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Dodecahedron.
Okay,
Good
so
game.
my original number one was Sea of Legends, but it's already been talked about, so I'm changing things up a little bit.
This is why you don't rank stuff, you see?
So I actually want to talk about the upgraded Shadows in the Forest, because I think that the way that they translated it from the original game to the new game is very clever. With the glow-in-the-dark masks that they put on the little critters that are in the little forest.
Oh,
So
I have
that's
not
the
seen that version.
yeah, that's the original, like the very very original version where you would like push around the candle, which seems like a
That,
terrible.
that looks
plan.
like Tombs of Dunshire.
But
That one.
the new version has like little critters with masks on it that glow in the dark, that make it a little easier to honestly play the game.
I've never seen the
Yeah.
original.
The original one?
This is the original.
No, me neither.
Yeah, this
That's
one here is the
crazy.
original one. But yeah, the new
Okay.
one, and like instead of the candle, it has like a little like LED
Lantern, it's really cute.
Honestly, if you've never played Shadows in the Forest, the 2-3 times that we've played it, so
Very
much
fun.
fun. You sit there and like you've got no clue what's going on. You're just dying laughing. You're in the dark. I wish we could find a way to bring it to the stream. There's just
We just haven't figured out a
there's
way
no
yet.
way.
Mhm.
Yeah,
There they
Yeah,
are.
there's
Those are
the new
Nuvo
ones.
boys.
It's
They're
so
cool.
nerve wracking too when you hide in behind the tree, and then the person that's moving the flame around is like you're getting so close to being seen, and there's that moment of, oh my god, they're gonna find me, and then they don't, and you're like, it's so good.
Yeah.
Their little masks are so cute, and they're removable as part of the game.
That's a good one. They did a good upgrade to it. I like the original just because the aesthetic of it, and you gluing on the felt hat for the thing. But the new one, they did a good job. I'm glad they brought it to mass market because it was a harder one to find, and it's a good one.
Yeah, I just think the way that they upgraded the components from the original to this was just very clever. So,
When the like that little camping lantern is so cute.
Yeah.
mhm.
Good pick.
Nice.
Mhm.
All right, my number one is a throwback game. And the reason why I put it as my number one is that it is a game that as a kid, I'm not sure I ever played the game, but I pulled the game out to play with the components. It's Mousetrap.
No.
The old school game from like 30 plus years ago. Like, I don't think any of us ever actually played the game.
30 plus years ago, you made 1999?
1963 was the first one.
Watch it.
Wow.
But just the original old school Mousetrap, like I think it was like either Milton Bradley or Hasbro, where we all would just sit there and actually build the contraption and play with the components and not necessarily actually play the game the way you're supposed to play the game.
My family owned this game, and I have never played it.
Did you ever play the components though?
Never played the game. Just put the whole thing
Okay.
together, and then I hit the button, and all the shit went down, and I was content.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's a game where we all play with the components, but I don't think anyone ever played the actual game itself.
I played the game. Instead of talk to anyone.
But yeah, like I said, I that's my only reason. It's just because if you're talking about components for a game, when people play with components, not the game itself, that shows just how good components are or how fun the components are.
Did it ever actually work for you? Because I don't think I ever actually got to go all the way through.
No,
one
you
time.
gotta poke it. You gotta make it go.
I said they did just update it not too long ago.
Portland Gamecraft brought up one that we have, but we've never played the actual game. Fireball Island.
No, we played that actual
played
game.
the actual
We
game.
played it?
Yes, we played it before we did the RPG.
I don't remember that, but Fireball Island was great. Oh yeah, no, okay, I remember now. I remember.
The original Fireball Island.
Ours is the new one from Restoration, but
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have. It's not the same as the original big
I mean,
table hog.
it's still pretty beefy.
Yeah, it's in different pieces and.
I will say,
Shameless plug. We did an RPG based on Fireball Island where we used the map, and it was pretty great. So you should go check that out on our YouTube.
It was a one shot.
Yeah.
That took us three times to get through.
three sessions. I almost talked about 13 Dead End Drive because you put this one on there.
And one last component one that's not mentioned on my list, I'm just going to say because we haven't talked about it yet, and it's kind of a board game. The Hunt a Killer games.
Oh yeah.
We played through the Blair Witch one, and the components of that really do kind of like pull you in because like they give you like a notebook and just different things to
You got a
like
hat.
play and go through that you have to kind of use to figure out what's
in a
going on.
cigarette case.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's cool with the stains on the pen and the envelopes and the maps and the burn marks and all, they really get into those things.
yeah, and I mean like
We haven't played any of the other ones, but the Blair Witch one was
Cool.
real good. If you're a fan of Blair Witch, you'll enjoy it.
I think those one-offs that come in one package, they're more expensive, but I think they're better than the subscription that's sending you one after the other every however often, and it's like, the ones that are all inclusive are the way to go with those.
Yeah.
Do we have any honorable mentions that people want to shout out?
Not me. I did 5.
I have one that popped into my head while you guys were talking about the blah 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 blah, the thing, the planet thing.
Planet?
There you go, the planet. Like, because you were talking about the magnets, and it made me remember. So the Merchants of Dark Road, they have this dial that goes on the board that's a magnet, and it's hidden inside it. So I didn't know it. And my first opening of it, I talked about this before. I took the dial and was like, "Oh, it goes over here," and it like sucked out of my hands and went to the spot. And I was like, "Do I have magic powers now?" Like, it blew my mind just for a fraction of a second. And I'm like, "Oh wait, no, it's a magnet." But I just love that thing, so it made me think of that.
The same thing happened to me with the game of cat and mouse. The 2-player with the cat paw, and you put the ball on the cat paw. When you first go to put it together, it's got that solid magnet because it has to hold the paw there as you flick it, and it just sucked it right to the board. I was like, "Well, that's it. I'm sold. That was awesome."
What's funny is for me, it's the other way around. So I played that game at QSCon with Grant, and it was already set up because people had been playing it. And then I go to put it away, and I didn't know how it worked, but like I just basically grabbed the thing, and then I realized, oh my God, the whole time it was held by a magnet. Like I thought it was like some kind of like mechanism that was just flinging it, and it blew my mind, but at the end instead of at the beginning. Yeah.
That game's super fun. It's so
It
addictive. It's so much fun.
Very cool.
I think the last one that I would talk about is, I mean, it's just, everybody has played Catan, but like for a game that everybody has played and it hasn't changed in however many years, solid game. You got your hexes, you got your wooden houses and your roads. It has been the same since it came out, and it's just one of those things that is consistent. And even though the components aren't anything to like look at, it's just consistently been, this is Catan, don't change it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Except you have the 3D Catan like I also have.
Okay, well,
Hungry hippos. I always broke the hippos.
We were talking about, I was making them look up Grape Escape because it was a game that I had when I was little that apparently nobody knows about, but I liked the fact that you could make the little Play-Doh grapes and send them to their death.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
What's the newer game that does that? Necromold or Necro something?
Yeah.
You put it in the book, and you have a certain amount of Play-Doh that you get to make the creatures with. As long as you can make a creature, it counts. And then you put them on the board, and you have this ring that actually mashes them and kills them. And then that becomes yours to make. It uses that same kind of concept, but in a newer game.
That's New Grape Escape.
Yeah, it's New Grape Escape, yeah.
Yeah, I think it came out last year. I want to say somebody had it at the gathering, and they had it out. And yeah, it looks like you're building your own army.
Gilmore and Ian had it.
Yeah.
Necromold, Necro Mashers, Necro something. But you get the ring and you smush the thing, but you have your resource is the Play-Doh. And you can split it up however you want. You put it into the mold, and all the excess becomes more of your resource. So you can put it into another mold, and that becomes your army of sorts to play the game with.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
All right, so we're supposed to play a new game, right? You guys still going strong after an hour and 42 minutes?
Sure. Yeah.
We can play quick. Tiny Towns is quick.
Quick Tiny Towns. And we're going to be playing it on, I'm not going to say it right. So somebody
Do it, Chris, do it.
Yeah, if you guys out there, if you haven't checked out Sovranti, go check it out. It is a free virtual tabletop that is rules enforced. If you have your free account, you have access to like a handful of the games. But if you do hop into the subscription, their library they add at least one new game every single month. So the library is growing. But it's fully rules enforced. You can't play the game wrong. And it's great because if you're like us, we have the subscription. Anybody that jumps into one of our tables, we can play all of the games. So if the three of you wanted to play Sovranti whenever you wanted, only one of you would need to buy the subscription, and you can share all of your games with everybody that you're playing with. Nice. So it's a new service, but I think they do a really good job that for people who don't like playing digital games, this is really great. But yeah, Tiny Towns is on here. I think I added Tiny Towns because I think Tiny Towns has some of the for a virtual game. It has actual components, and I think that fit our theme. So I thought Tiny Towns was a good idea.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. All right, so we'll get set up here. I'm gonna get my screen ready whenever I can.
Chris,
whenever you give us, what do we do here? I'm looking for what now? I'm browsing
go
the
to the
table.
bottom, you see browse tables.
Okay.
Is it still the same room we were in pre-show?
Yep. Yeah, you guys are still at the table. You're good.
Yep. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, that's great, huh? Hold on.
Beautiful.
I have not tested to see if it actually shows up.
I see the cover of the game box right now. Is that normal?
Yes.
Okay.
Once Steven starts the game, it'll open it up and deal out everything that everybody needs.
Just go ahead and join the table there. All right. Chris, I love your green hair.
Yeah, I couldn't find someone who looked just like me, so I went the opposite direction.
That's fine.
Beautiful.
All right, so at the bottom, you'll see where it says ready up or just ready. Go ahead and click ready. Everyone else is ready up. Chris just clicked it. Cool. And I'll start the game. Have you guys played Tiny Towns like the board game before?
Yep.
It's been a little while, but I just will start and I'll remember it.
Okay.
Yep,
Mike,
yep.
you played before?
Well,
I have, yeah.
I really suck at it.
I am also very bad.
I don't
I'm
remember how to
really-
play. This is gonna be great.
This should
I'm
be good.
really bad at the game. Like, I love it, and I normally really like Tetris things, like that kind of shape, and I don't know what it is about this one. I can't figure it out.
We'll play the standard version.
You got
Can I actually peek over and see your cards?
to build the.
What? No, this is just if I'm choosing if we want to do different things.
To build the thing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
To match the things to get your special reward and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because each of those tables also has special abilities.
Okay.
So right now we're all going to be get dealt
I vaguely
two
remember
different
that.
monuments that you can build at any point in time. Decide which one you want to keep, and then you'll discard the other one.
And if you want to look deeper into the cards, all you need to do on the left side is go to inspect and then click on the card, and it'll show you the full text.
Nope, it's not doing it for me.
Did you click inspect?
You
Did
pick,
that keep your
yeah,
purple?
click inspect and then click on the card.
I clicked inspect.
Nah.
Oh, here we go. It was just giving me an exit, and I didn't know what it was. Okay.
Okay.
All right. How do we keep? Okay, confirm, and then the other one went away.
Yes.
You can't see it, can you?
No.
No, it's just so you can see yours. Everybody else is going to be hidden the whole time.
Okay.
So don't look at the screen when I'm looking at mine.
Basically.
What's the... Oh, that's X at the end of this picture. Oh, yeah, this is fun. Do you get to pick your background, or does it come with the game, or...
You can pick different backgrounds.
It's got different tables, different backgrounds, different skies. It's real great.
Whoa.
I scared myself. Yeah, I figured this was about as far from me as possible.
Yeah. So once everyone has that, and we're gonna start. Like if I go up here, I think I can change it mid game.
All right.
I don't think you can. I think you have to back out to do it.
Derek.
Yeah, I can do it. All right, Derek, you're the master builder. You can decide which kind of resource we're going to start with.
What am I masturbating?
Different
I
show.
can
Wait a
select
minute.
the resource.
Yes.
Suddenly the avatars are making me nervous.
Gotta get out and inspect. Yup.
I haven't noticed how skinny yours is, Stephen.
Just like me, Megan. What are you trying to say?
Okay, so now everybody has a cube. You place your cube. Got a cube, replace a cube.
Just click on the board, your grid where you want to place it, and then you click done once you've placed it.
Okay. I gotta remember what all this
Okay.
is.
Oh, and it
Yeah.
really it guides you too. It tells you that you can't build anything. So whatever, that's cool.
Yeah, the rules enforced is one of the big selling points for me on Sovereignty. It's if I can't do it wrong, then I can't be blamed.
I don't understand. It's not placing it.
Click on the square.
I am.
You click on the square that you want it to be at, and then click done.
But you might have to unclick inspect to make sure that your inspect isn't highlighted.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah,
Okay. Thanks.
and then click done.
And done.
Hey, there you
Oh,
go.
it's
And it moved. Nope, that's incorrect. I don't want that one.
Really? Why that one?
Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Hmm.
You're gonna have to let me know when it's my turn to pick a color. I don't.
What's
I've
the
lost track of. player order here.
Chris,
It has the little
It'll pop up for you.
has a
Oh,
little
okay.
hammer. What's the option? There's something about storing it or something like that.
we are not playing with that option.
Oh, well then never mind.
Yeah, no, it'll be a little far beside your thing that says cave, but we're not playing that option. You're in inspect mode, by the way, Chris.
Oh, right.
Not that I'm looking at you.
The buildings can be
Mhm.
rotated, just not flipped, right?
Correct. So now, Chris, it is your turn to choose which resources. you
I can
have.
choose the correct ones. Which okay, I'm
Steven,
gonna
you
do
gotta
that.
get her on some hills or something.
She's
No.
I'm jumping on the table.
so chunky.
More of those
Fuck.
I don't want one of those.
than I have chosen correctly. I have chosen wisely.
So dumb.
Don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, this is a shit show.
You're building. You're building
I
buildings.
understand I'm building buildings. I don't know beyond that. She's such a chunky little thing.
Come here, baby. They're making fun of you.
Yes, I am. She's round.
Look how long she is.
Somebody needs to click done.
No, it's Chris. They're
Okay.
looking at the different buildings.
Oh, sorry. Good.
I'm very susceptible to just not finishing the turn.
Me too.
I did click done.
I had forgotten. I just did.
Oh, okay. All right. Who's? Wait.
That's not any better.
Which one of you is board game house? Oh, I guess I could see the other one.
Steven is board game
Okay,
house.
Steven. Yep.
I can build my special.
Yep.
Already?
You just have to click that you want. Like it'll give you the option to replace. Then you place it in one of those squares.
That's how it works. Okay.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! I understand
That's
now.
the guy from Frozen that you just did. Yoo-hoo.
Woohoo.
The one in the shop.
Yep.
Uh,
It's on the block.
oh,
Hello.
hi, Alan.
Nobody needs any more garbage reds.
You're welcome.
Incorrect strategy.
Well, now that I know what I'm doing.
Did you say we can rotate? Yeah?
You can rotate, but you can't invert it.
Okay.
I like that there's an undo on here for a certain amount of time because on
Yes.
some of these.
Until everybody clicks done, you can undo your turn.
Do the buildings you place count as a cube in a spot? As a
No.
color?
Once a building is placed, the color does not matter what the building is. It does not count for that color.
God damn it.
Woo.
Okay. I didn't mess up. I'm doing great.
You're doing great.
You sound like it.
It's awesome. Killing the game.
I have a little cottage.
Ugh.
It's crazy to me how quickly the board fills up in this game.
Yeah.
It gets brutal real fast.
Derek.
All right.
Ooh, good choice.
Ah,
Interesting.
how's that good?
By interesting, you mean garbage.
That's exactly what I needed. Good
Okay.
choice.
I'm not the only one that hasn't placed any buildings.
No, I also have not placed any buildings.
That doesn't make sense.
It shouldn't.
Okay, let me see here. What? Oh God. Okay.
Don't stare at them too long.
Don't look at them directly in the eyes.
You look like you're either going to rob something from the convenience store, Mike, or you're a poker player.
or one of the characters from the MCU not wearing their super suit.
I like that one. I'll go with that one.
Who are we waiting on to finish their turn?
Someone hit done.
Oh, that would be me. My bad.
God damn it, Megan! Jesus Christ!
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
That's amazing. Thank you for that.
Have fun.
So bad.
On the
Or
castle.
that. Do that again.
Jesus.
That's so awful.
Oh, I'm next. Good. Just kidding. We'll go this way.
Fuck off!
That's great. Brings me joy.
Board Game House is not competitive.
Not at all.
Was that not the right one?
So dumb. So dumb.
I'm gonna lose so bad.
How do you know when the game's done? Everybody fills up their thing, or
Yeah, the
you
game's
can-
done when everybody has filled up their board and they can't place anything else.
Yeah. And you lose a point for any unused space.
That is not
perfect. Love it. No arguments here.
Hmm.
Drink real quick. I'll be back.
Got a lot of cubes over there, Mike. Oh, look at you. Just paid one. Is
Yeah.
everybody kind of going the same route? I see a bunch of those little red buildings.
That red is so fucked. Oh, it's my turn. All right. How do I screw you back now? Let's see. We're all fucking yellow happy. I don't know if I play that or not play that.
Yellow, yellow.
I mean,
I haven't played Tiny Towns in a long time. I remember how much I like this.
Got it.
God
Yes.
fuck!
Thank you.
Nice.
Why?
Thank you. I get to put a cottage.
I heard someone say yellow, so I chose yellow.
Oh, so you're a sheep to the people. I understand.
Well done, sir.
That was a wheat to the people. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Checks in a mail. Waiting for the master builder.
All right. Let's do.
I like that it tells you who they're waiting on.
Mm-hmm.
God,
Nice.
how you all just fucking.
Well done.
Sure. This is a color I very much don't need.
Let's see. Wow, there's a lot of yellow over there, Derek.
Fuck off!
I was just trying to guess what you were going to do next.
And if you guess, then you're better off than he is. But if anybody does enjoy what Sovranti looks like, it is completely cross-platform. We are not sponsored by them, but we're friends with them, so we like to help promote our friends. It's cross-platform, so you can play it on your phones, on your tablets, on your PC, on your Macs. It's either through the App Store, Google Play Store, or just go to their website, sovranti.com, and you can download it there.
Sovereignty. That is very much not the color that I needed. Mother of pearl.
That's
I don't
not
know.
what's
So
available.
far, I'm happy with what you guys are providing.
I guess it's just gonna go down here because there's nowhere
Yeah.
to go.
No complaints so far.
Sure.
I think this is the most hopeful I've ever been playing this game. It's all gonna go downhill soon, but
It's telling me to. Oh, I can't see the. Sorry, you're waiting on me. I couldn't see the cube. It matched the table.
The table.
Yeah.
It's all right. We'll get you a pair of glasses at some point.
Thank you. I'm also paying attention to a screen, and I think the little one is stirring. So,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
he's gonna enjoy staring at the colors when you play.
Sure.
But you have to just bring him.
Yeah.
I am stressed.
Waiting for others to
Yeah,
finish.
hold on, just wait a second.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Derek.
I'm building my temple. Fuck off.
Nope.
Yeah, that's a color.
Why?
I need it.
But why?
I need it.
The
That is a color.
There we
hell am
go.
I gonna do with that color?
You're gonna have a great time.
So dumb.
Will I know?
The color shook.
Well, it worked well for me, so
I liked it too.
thanks.
Oh, it's my turn to mess everybody up. I mean, to pick a color that everybody wants.
Pick the right color, for Christ's sake.
Is that right?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yes.
See, I'm a people pleaser.
Wait. Oh, I can put two things. Sure. Gonna build that.
Ooh, somebody built a little yellow one. I can do that.
Hmm.
What's the yellow one do? I haven't been looking at that. Oh. Oh.
Mike,
Oh.
that's a gray. It's probably blending in with your board.
Yeah, I almost didn't see it actually.
I'm
Not
building stuff without even looking at how they score. I'm just like, all right, it's telling me I can build a thing. I'm building a thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I just built. If I win this, you all suck at this game. I'm just saying.
I already know that, so
Same. Tell me
Just like,
something
almost,
I don't know.
just like almost every other game, I won this the first time I played and never again.
what you picking, Mike?
Oh, beautiful!
Very
Thank
good.
you.
no.
That was perfect. That's what I would have picked.
All right. Katia, anything but something.
Oh God. Okay.
I need to get the hammer first.
Oh, who built a temple?
Which was the temple?
temple.
Is that orange?
Who built the temple?
No, it's a bank.
What?
You built a temple.
No, somebody built. Katia built the temple, so I get to build a temple.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like your special thing or something?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fancy.
Oops.
Somebody's temple is like swirling in the air. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's Derek.
All right. Well, let's just do it again.
No.
Oh,
incorrect.
Very bad. Very bad.
Oof, oof, oof.
Oh,
I'm stressed.
huh.
All right.
Why?
Better.
That's what I hoped for, but what I deserved. Who's next? Who's okay. Man, all your yellow went away.
All right, well, everybody's gonna hate me again.
Oh
No,
my
I'm
goodness,
not.
you're amazing.
Huh.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
Thanks.
Wait. How do
Perfect.
these fucking fountains? What is it? Adjacent to what? Back. Adjacent to.
What is that? Adjacent to what? I don't know. I didn't.
To
Yeah.
a
I-
fountain.
2 points if it's adjacent to. I don't know what that icon is.
To another
It's another
fountain.
fountain. The thing that
Oh, to another fountain. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, well then.
you winning now?
No.
Cut yourself off.
Nope. And I'm gonna have some empty spots. It's gonna be fucking great.
At the end, we obviously take a screenshot of the final things we posted.
Is it me next? Oh, it is me
No, it
next.
has to be the final scores.
Does it?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay. Damn, this is not what I was hoping for.
This was not the plan.
Been that way since turn 1.
Woo!
Don't fuck it up, Chris.
Here it comes.
Such a dick.
I mean, okay,
You suck.
that's fair. It's only fair because I'm taking joy.
Oh, I know. What was that? Is that what I was doing down there?
That's what she said. You get minus points for every square that has no building on it, right?
Correct. Yeah. Even if you have like a little cube in it, it's still minus points because the cubes go away if they're not buildings.
Awesome. And it's possible to have negative points in this game, yes?
Yes. You have to really work hard to do that.
Are you going nil?
I'm working on it.
Mike's going nil.
Oh, yeah.
If I can break even. I mean,
I don't know what
Easy
I'm
patch
doing anymore. I
completed.
forgot.
Thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
very much.
That is fine.
fine.
That's
All
sweet,
part of
sweet
the
hammer
plan.
at. Damn, it's so far away. I don't know what you all are doing that doesn't require gray cubes, but Jesus.
There's only like 3 buildings that need gray cubes.
Out of 7, that's almost half.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we know what you're going to put out there.
Oof, Derek, you are.
Yeah.
That is not set up for success over there.
Running low, dude.
Not set up for success.
Hey, I don't know who did that, but suck a dick.
Ooh, perfect.
Full 42 after hours.
Isn't that just like normal full 40?
I was just gonna say
I
one.
mean, not on the stream though. That we never crossed that line.
It's crossed. It's after 11 o'clock.
This is
No, I
true.
mean that. Well, never mind. I'll leave it. I don't think the full 42 has an OnlyFans account yet, but maybe we have to.
Oh, man.
I'm not running those graphics.
At least a wiki feed. Every respectable streamer has a wiki feed.
I don't know what that is.
It's a
That's because we're not a respectable streamer.
This
This is bad. This is bad.
Oh, it's my turn to pick.
Anything you want. Yay.
That was not ideal, but it's okay. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Oh, I can do that. That's a good plan.
Oh no, I screwed up.
Oh no!
All right. In game, Derek's getting at least -3 points.
Better than my at least -6.
Where do you see negative points?
It's just spaces that won't have buildings on them.
Ah. Is that -2 points or something?
That's -1 point per space.
What we waiting on?
Oh, it's me. I'm reading something. Hold on. I needed to confirm something. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, because
Ooh,
I
a
had to take it
surprising
myself.
gray. A gray out of nowhere. No one saw it coming.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, that was stupid.
Yay.
Katia's like built out from one corner, plenty of open space.
Yeah, things are working. Not gonna lie. I'm waiting for it to start to tank, really. It can't continue this well.
Mike's the only one that hasn't built the special building yet.
And I'm not going to.
Did you not like it?
It is impossible for me to do that one. It was a stretch goal that I did not reach.
I didn't even have a plan for this.
Great. Pick yellow.
Let's see. What does everybody else want? Let me see right here. No, you
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
All right, so I never want to play games with Steven and Chris. Play your own damn board.
No. I'm not trying to hate draft. I'm trying to decide what you're going to be picking so I don't have to pick it myself.
Sure.
See, nobody complained about that one, right?
That was
because I'm done complaining.
Challenge accepted.
Guess we'll just do. Oh,
Yeah, I play a lot of games with you, Derek. I don't believe that for a second.
how can I do that? I don't know how I can do that. This. And we're gonna put it. Oh, never mind. Okay, we're gonna put it.
And without you watching, if you enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. Hit the like button.
I always forget about the ringing of the bell. I have the little, like, subscribe.
Can it not go next to another cottage? Oh.
Support these find folks and what they do.
Yellow, blue, red.
Anyone that's from our community that happens to be watching.
And the other way.
Yeah, do the same thing. I know there's a lot of people that
Oh,
frequent the 42. Go
that's
follow
what I
these
had to do.
guys.
I had
They're
to
good
choose
people.
which 3 I was going to take.
Links are in the description.
Also, Katia, what is your Instagram? Because there are many people that are in our community that don't know about what you do. That I think they would really like it because we have a very artsy type community.
Oh, mine is Board Game Art Creations.
Neighborhood, go follow. No.
Yeah.
Stop with
That's
the
it.
bad colors.
Why would you do that?
Because I needed it.
Yeah, I'm done. That's it. -8.
Ugh. Oh, great. So I get to screw it up for myself.
How would you do that? You know what you need.
Pick
What
something
an
that I need, and then I
absolute
leave it to
shit show.
you to pick what I need, and it's not going to happen.
Well, it was great being on your show. Thanks for having me.
There's lots of parks, lots of empty space. That's 9 spaces, isn't it? That's the color red, right? Yep.
But like, why that color?
I mean, I need it for one of my buildings.
Sure.
It was a good pick. Good pick, sir.
Thanks.
What color was it?
Red. Did you need red?
Nope.
Oh my!
Another one.
Okay. No.
Ooh, okay. I get to choose next. Thank God.
Nope. 2 turns.
No. Because you're out.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's so. Can I exchange? Is there a market where I can go and exchange cubes for cubes I need?
Hey, that would be great. I'd love it if we had a cave so I could have shoved one of those blues up in it.
Blue.
I can't even make another thing. You suck.
I appreciate just how happy Chris is.
The more he complains, the more joy it brings about.
Hashtag no hair, don't care.
Fuck me. Pick the right color.
It is strange that this kind of has a player elimination. Like, it's not player elimination, but it's...
It's not
Oh,
that-
you're amazing.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of this game. What? I'm done. Derek, you want to go have a drink?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe some of those smoked old fashions.
Yeah, well, you can get one of those smoked old fashions. I'll meet you in Philadelphia.
I'm good, man. I'll go there now.
Man, look how open Katia's board is.
What a fucking brutal
Yeah, with how
game.
much space the rest of us have, you guys have plenty of time.
When they say adjacent, do they mean orthogonally?
No. Or yes, orthogonally, not diagonally,
Oh,
Yep.
shit. Hold on.
with a touching side.
That's important to know.
Oh, that could be.
Depends
Oh,
on which one we're talking about.
hold on a minute.
So the
Can I-
granary feeds all 8 around it, but adjacent is directly sharing a side with.
Well, poopity.
Shit. Shit.
Points are more important.
Hold on. Hold on. Fuck. Oh, this is bad now.
Oh,
This just got bad. I gotta do it. I gotta build it regardless, but it's not really gonna count now. Fuck. Fuck. Oh. I had a plan. That plan has now vanished.
It would have taken 5 turns before somebody chose yellow. I was screwed.
Aren't you the one who usually gives us poop brown?
I never
Who's the one who
selected
keeps
brown.
giving us brown? Somebody keeps giving us brown. I feel
Mm.
like it's every 5 or 6 player we get a brown.
Oh, yellow would have been good.
Whoa.
Hmm.
That's not going to score.
You're
That's
not
not
gonna
going
be
to
fed.
score.
I'm sorry.
That doesn't
You're gonna go
score. That
hungry.
doesn't score. Mhm. Great.
Ooh, that's not going to work.
I'm pretty sure I'm getting 4 points.
Might be better than me.
Oh, I'm sorry. 6 points. Wait, less than that. No, 4 was right. I'm getting 4 points.
Hmm. I don't know what to do with this.
Just put it on a square.
You put in a square.
I can't. Well, my squares are full.
Oh.
I know.
Jesus.
So we're down to 4.
Fine. Just here. All right. Katia's pick.
You good there?
No, I'm not. I'm really, really not.
All right, hey everybody out there. Wednesday, Megan and I are going to be on Board Game House's channel playing a brand new Kickstarter RPG that is called You're in Space and Everything's Fucked. Basically, the two of us are going to be working together to go through like an alien situation where we're rolling dice to figure out what room is going to pop up next, and then there's going to be monsters that you have to fight. It looks really fun. I'm excited to actually get hands-on with it, but it's going to be on Kickstarter tomorrow, and then we're playing it on Wednesday. So that should be fun.
And what time do you go live on Wednesdays?
7 p.m. Eastern time. And then that one will probably be up on our YouTube after the fact because we like to put our Kickstarters and stuff up on the playthroughs up on YouTube. And then what else are we doing? Oh, all month while we're playing Sovranti, all month Sovranti is doing like a March Madness type deal where if anybody is playing a Sovranti game, if you just take a screenshot of the game and post it on your socials and tag us and Sovranti in it, you're going to get points for our team. And we're doing like a head-to-head with a bunch of other streamers that play Sovranti pretty regularly. It's a really fun idea. We're not doing well. This will be our first game of March Madness. So some people already have 12 points. I don't know how that's possible, but
We were busy and
it's
one
fun.
of our streamers was out of the country.
Hi, it's me.
Steven.
But yeah, Sovereignty's great. It's even just the free games every month because they change, because they filter through. You're always going to have something else to play, and most of the games on there, almost all the games on there, I think I enjoy. One of the things, Sushi Go has been around for a long time. Sushi Go Party is on Sovranti. I had gotten burnt out on Sushi Go, and through Sovranti, I have started enjoying it again. So I think that's a really great benefit of the rules enforced VTT aspect.
Yeah, that's really while the game continues without us, Derek. I think it's really it's kind of a chore when you have like Tabletop Simulator and Tabletopia that leave it up to the person to know the game.
Right.
But when it's I know it's a negative connotation, but when it's on rails like this and you can't screw it up, really it helps the game come across correctly. So if people are interested in picking it up and they want to check it out, then you know that you're playing it correctly. Whereas Tabletop Sim or the open sandboxes, you could be playing it completely incorrect.
Yeah.
And
Am I?
You're by yourself, so just pick 3 cubes. You're not going to be able to complete anything.
Oh, okay, I was about to say I'm about to screw something up for no reason. Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know who kept hitting us with brown in the end, but that was not nice.
I've never played Tiny Towns, a physical copy. I've only ever played Tiny Towns in Sovranti. So that it might be why I'm so bad at it, but at least I didn't play it wrong.
All right.
All right. And then it
So,
counts
it's
for you.
doing scoring one at a time, huh?
Yep.
Mhm.
And it scores everything for
Are
you,
you
rules and shows.
joking?
That's fun. I like that it does that because
What
that's one of the
the
things I like
shit?
about board games.
Are you joking?
What?
Well, 27.
Does it show our scores?
It
Yeah,
was.
it's doing it one at a
Mike.
time.
Wow.
Yes.
Is it for
Very
real?
nice.
Oh my goodness.
It's
stop
adding to
getting
it.
points. Stop getting points.
It's not gonna be that much. The end did not go well.
Woo!
This is dramatic.
Woo!
Yeah, 27 is a lot.
Oh, defeated
By
by 1 point.
Yes. Not last.
So bad. Oh my
Oh,
god.
nice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
See
Hey.
that?
I did
Oh.
better than I thought.
Here we go with Chris.
Oh my goodness. Holy crap.
That's about all I got, I think.
No,
Oh.
you
Oh,
got
well, yeah, it's a little bit more.
2 points.
Wow.
Bam.
Oh!
I love how
Where
you
did the extra
waited.
points come from? Where was that?
From my
This is,
special, my Shrine of the Elder Tree.
Oh, you just took the win.
Mine
Damn.
Oh, there I am.
I can do it.
That's good.
Oh, I
Good
just.
job.
Oh,
took
that's
the
kind of
podium.
fun.
But yeah.
It waited so long.
I was
to
like,
get
I
that
won. And then,
five.
nope.
I know. I was like, why isn't it counting that? Did I do something wrong? And then it
Well, and that's also one of the few special buildings that gives you extra points at the end. Most of the special buildings just let you take an extra turn or something, but you got extra points.
Mine would have given me points,
Wow.
but Stephen and Katia got theirs faster than I did. So
So well
Well spread.
played. That was
3
fun.
points there, Mike. 3 points.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I want to show you how not to play, so anyone can use this as a training video for how not to play Tiny Towns.
beautiful.
This was smooth though.
Right? And it played pretty quickly. I mean, and
Yeah.
that's one thing I like about it, because like a lot of times, like those digital board games, it can be clunky and take forever to play through a round. And because there is no setup, no teardown, we just played that whole thing in what, half hour?
Well, and
Yeah.
like they got point salad on here. It's so fast.
Oh.
Point salad is over
Oh,
I'm
before.
good.
that's their favorite game.
It's so fast I won't even play. You can't even tell that I play it. That's how fast that came in.
It's a great game.
How do you scroll around the table? Like it's not using the WASD as the moving around. How do you move around?
Right click and just move your mouse around. Just
Right.
right click.
But all I'm doing is like tilting on a pivot. to
Oh,
look around.
do you want to see like other people's boards?
Yeah.
So if you go to the side where you see everybody's names,
Yeah.
you can click on someone, and click their camera view, and it'll show from their perspective their board.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Oh.
You can't just move around the board.
Right.
Look at stuff. All right, that's
Hey, I'm Chris.
cool. That tells you that you're looking from that perspective.
I got 30 points all of a sudden. Whoop, whoop.
Hey,
That's cool. That's cool. What Mike makes everyone feel good about their score. Yeah, you're welcome, Derek. I play for fun, not for wins.
You're playing with the wrong group of people.
We do have a win counter on our stream. Oh God!
Oh,
I'm
that
happy
was
with
fun.
my
That was
avatar.
And now jump scare.
Oh, that was fun.
good.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, I'll have to look at what the games are on there. What's the
Nice, I
account? How much is the account and all that stuff?
Like I said, you get the free accounts you guys have like right now. Like you'll have access to like 3 or 4 games all the time, and they rotate them every single month. I think the top one that we have is like $9 a month or something, but it gives you access to their full library, and then anyone that has a free account can play with you. So,
Okay.
and like I said, the thing that I love about it is it's completely cross-platform. So, first of all, like even if they have a bad computer, like a really crappy computer, it will play on a potato, and it can play on any device. What's really cool is like, you know, Mike, how you're saying like you may have to go like take care of your child. Like you literally could have switched to your phone and kept playing even though you started on your computer. You can actually then switch what you're playing on.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like a big game and kind of take it with you.
So if you're paying for the monthly subscription, you had mentioned that they rotate games out. Do they rotate games away from you at that
No.
point? Is it
No.
always
If you have a monthly subscription, you have access to their full library all the time.
The only way that it's going to be a rotation is if you're just doing the free. You have 3 games that you can play, that will rotate out per month.
At least 3. Sometimes it's even more than that, depending on what they kind of try to theme which games are getting free based upon like what the new game is. So they'll always have like whatever the newest game they're into the platform is, plus like 2 or 3 other ones that kind of they find some way to kind of relate them topic wise to something else.
Gotcha.
Plus, if you jump over and watch our stream, we have a special code where you can get 60 days for free.
Yeah, actually, you guys can use it if you want to just see all the game, play all the games. It's Board Game House. Really. So
Cool.
if you go into your little profile, there's like a place for a code. Put Board Game House there. You get 60 days of the full library for free.
Do you get credit? Do you get credit for that stuff?
No, they don't. Like I said, they don't like what our payment is that we have access to all the games.
Yeah.
Like we don't pay for our subscription. That's what our reward is, and it's a way for us to like once a month we like to do what's called the block party, where we'll jump onto Sovranti and play some games with the community. So it's just a way for us to be able to play games with people that aren't physically sitting at our table.
Nice.
And it's just like I said, compared to other things like Tabletop Simulator, it's much quicker, less clunky, and it's much more intuitive.
And they're working on getting more games.
Yeah, they have lots of games in the pipeline. So,
well, and I think one of the big things for me was there were a handful of games on here that I've never played before, but like
Tiny Towns.
Tiny Towns, Cover Your Assets. We played Cover Your Assets on here and then bought the physical game because we enjoy Cover Your Assets on here. So you can test out games without like making the money commitment. Like Isle of Cats is one of the best games that I've gotten from Kickstarter in terms of like quality. But it's on here for free, so even if you don't know if you'll like the Tetris aspect of Isle of Cats, you can jump on here, play it, and decide then.
Also,
That's
Boops on here, which I love.
yeah.
How
And
long
they
does
also-
it take them to code a game into it?
It can't take that long. I mean, it's depending on the complexity of the game, obviously, depending on like because it's all rules enforced. But like they have Broken and Beautiful, which is a game that was on Kickstarter from Left Justified, and they actually had it on here while it was still on Kickstarter.
Oh, wow.
So like, you know, and they have Boop, which obviously is just a 2-player game that's kind of simple, but like it's just came out, it was just released, and it was already on here right when it was released. So like. A lot of it depends on, you know, like I said, the complexity of the game that they're trying to code in there. Like if there's a lot of if-thens kind of thing, that's going to take a little more time to do, and complexity of the components and stuff like that. But like I said, I mean, Tiny Towns isn't necessarily a simple game, and you saw how smoothly that kind of ran.
Yeah.
Well, neither is Boop. Boop is not it's simple in execution, but the game is like it destroys your mind trying to figure out how to get the
Yes.
kids to oh my God.
Another game that's
It's so
on
cute. I
here,
love it.
if you like Boop, Shobu,
Shobu is my favorite.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's on here. So like kind of that same, yeah. So
Shobu is awesome. It's Boop is the same people.
Yeah.
Shobu is fantastic.
yeah. They also have Dice Miner, which is another kind of slightly heavier game. That's a lot of fun. That also plays really well on here. What's the third one that I wanted to just mention real quick?
Planet.
What's good about that is we've been playing Dice Miner on Tabletopia, and they just moved it to premium games, so now we can't play it on the stream. So now we can.
There you go.
If you try it on here, because like I said, the rules enforced and the UI, I feel it's some of the best out there when it comes to digital board games.
Nice.
I like that. It's giving you the right rules for the game, so you don't have a bad experience. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, Dice Miner. We'll be playing that soon, Derek. Don't worry.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming by and
Thanks for having us.
showing us the game, the Sovereignty. Is that right?
Sovereignty, there you go. Yep.
You got it.
You said that right, but you can't fucking say QSCon, right?
QsCon.
Wait, it's not CusCon?
It's not.
CusCon.
That's every
Oh,
Monday at
lovely.
9:00 Eastern is CusCon.
Yeah. Here's our little sovereignty.
They actually give us a little Lego guy that's.
Oh, that's cool.
That's so fun.
Well, thanks for coming by. It was fun. It was great to meet you. First time for me.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah,
It
we
was
appreciate
fun.
you guys having us on.
I mean, we
We've been talking
were
about it for a while.
Mike's #1 content creator. So
I
Excellent.
mean, yes. But I don't rank my top 5, so
you don't
you
have
would be
to
in
tell
my
them.
top 5. Does that count? You'd be unofficially ranked in a top 5 of my content creators.
you set us as your #1, and that's what I'm going with.
Sure.
But okay, so yeah, go follow us. Board game, twitch.tv/boardgamehouse. We live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Hit up our YouTube. We play D&D. Like I said, we're on Wednesday. We're playing that the new small RPG. You're in space and everything's fucked. We got March is a weird month for us, but April we're gonna be kicking it back into full gear. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every day. Not every day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But yeah, I mean, it was great being on here. We have a good time.
Yeah, you
Well,
guys.
thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks again. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.